اليمين رونالدو مر رونالدو عدى بمهارة يا عيني يا كريستيانو روعة جميلة من رونالدو هذا كله والكل يقول أن ليس في مستواه هذا الهدف عدى من الأول رونالدو مر جميلة من رونالدو جميلة من كريستيانو
ja cap a la dreta per Xavi, assistència de Xavi més cap a la dreta per Messi, Messi, immens Messi, encara 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 Messi, gol, 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 increïble, no m'ho puc...
For Selko, here's Mbappe! Oh my word! Teenage kicks! The ultimate teenage kick!
Nani. Rooney! Oh, wonderful! What a goal! And what a time! In what a place! What a player! Wayne Rooney out of this world! 2-1 United! One of the great goals in the history of the Manchester Derby.
Welcome to World's Weekend Total Sports. On World's Radio 9.3 FM, your preferred awesome radio. My name is Lizet Oloyade, your one and only sport Barbie. And of course, I'm not the only one in the studio. I have with me Raymond Tana in the studio. And of course, Okwe is in the studio. Okay, Raymond, how you doing this afternoon?
Sport Babi mo wà mo kí ẹ̀yin olùgbọ́ wa káàkiri àgbáláyé ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ìkànnì West Radio 89.3 FM ètò Weekend Total Sport látúgbédé ní ọ̀sán tèmi orúkọ tèmi ò yípadà Raymond Tana ẹ mọ̀ pé tó bá di òpin ọ̀sẹ̀ bíi tẹ́lẹ̀ à ń dáṣe èmi àti Lizet kọ́ la máa wà nùkúlù ọpẹ́ wà ń bí o ọpẹ́ kí àwọn aráalé.
After a very long time.
Well, not too long. Akíwòye yín káàbọ̀ sí ìkànnì ìkànnì West Radio 89.3 FM lórí ètò West Weekend Total Sport. Welcome this afternoon. My own name no change. Okpeyemi, the beginning of the catch up later. I say catch up later. We are here to give you the latest sporting stories all over the world. Once again, gẹ́gẹ́ bí adíṣe máa ń sọ àti dé láti gbé yín débẹ̀ àní gbàgbé yín síbẹ̀.
Àní gbàgbé yín síbẹ̀ lámbà ID ni. Kó tó di pé Sport Babi tẹnubọ àwọn ìròyìn lọ́kọ̀ọ̀kan èjèèjì ẹ jẹ́ ń gbé yín débẹ̀ bí ó ṣe lọ ní àwọn òpin ọ̀sẹ̀ tó kọjá àti láàrin ọ̀sẹ̀. Ẹ má gbàgbé pé ikọ̀ Barcelona àwọn pàdánù ikọ̀ Sevilla ló fi àgbà àwọn ikọ̀ Barcelona pẹ̀lú gbogbo Galactico tí Barcelona kójọ Marcus Rashford Dani Olmo gbogbo wọn jẹ ìyà lọ́wọ́ ikọ̀ agbábọ́ọ̀lù Barcelona ni wọ́n jẹ.
That is Man U's problem. We'll get to that.
tó bá ti gbé player àwọn máa ṣe dáadáa bí kan báyìí a máa farm player yẹn.
àwọn àtàwọn lára.
àwa ṣọ̀tẹ̀ ìròyìn eré ìdárayá la wá sọ ikọ̀ Liverpool bákan náà back to back wọ́n jẹ ìyà lọ́wọ́ ikọ̀ Chelsea Man U títí ń kú lọ Man U náà tán náà o wọ́n gbà náà jẹ wọ́n bà ojú ikọ̀ Sunderland jẹ́ ikọ̀ Manchester City náà ò gbẹ̀yìn àwọn náà gbìyànjú wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ takuntakun wọ́n borí ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ wọn bákan náà ikọ̀ Arsenal ò kéré nú ayé Arsenal náà jẹ́wọ́ pé season yìí àwọn ò ní lọ trophyless bíi ti last season bákan náà láàrin ọ̀sẹ̀ ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ lọ World Cup qualifier orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà àwọn gbìyànjú wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ takuntakun wọ́n fìyà jẹ akẹgbẹ́ wọn orílẹ̀-èdè Lesotho àmì ayò 2-1 Zimbabwe bákan náà wọ́n ní tàbátẹ̀ ní lọ World Cup ní farare lọ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá fẹ́ lọ wọ́n mú ọrùn South Africa wọ́n dì í mú o àmì ayò ẹlẹ́yin ni wọ́n ta òdòdó ní apá bíbẹ̀ yẹn bákan náà orílẹ̀-èdè Belgium jáwé àwọn èèyàn òdòdó náà gbá kojú orílẹ̀-èdè North Macedonia so bó bá ṣe ń lọ lápá bíbá yìí Sport Babi a máa já yín sí.
Okay, let's start with Barcelona. I think that was like the most interesting for me during the week.
Actually,
I mean, people were literally saying I line in the mud, and I saw a lot of people coming out to say that it's not about the high line, it's about other things. Let me ask you, Okwe, what do you think was wrong in that match for Barcelona?
I think a lot of things was actually wrong for Barcelona, starting from the starting lineup. Not forgetting some of their key players were not part of the players that started the game because Lamine Yamal has been ruled out. I think so far this guy, should I call him guy or this kid, because he's no longer a kid, he's 18
he's
already.
18.
So this guy has proved to be one of the starters and one of the best players for Barcelona, or I can even say the best player, but for me he's not the best player because they have the likes of Pedri. Pedri is the one who connects the ball to Lamine Yamal. If Pedri is not on the pitch, like, you may likely not to see the likes of Lamine Yamal in action, like, you know, in a positive action. But I think for Barcelona in that game, they were not just the better side. Sevilla was just the better side in that game, and I think one of the things about Sevilla was that they took most of the chances they had. Manchester scoring 4 goals past Barcelona, and of course not forgetting Barcelona, they scored 1, and I think the likes of Robert Lewandowski, if he had actually scored that penalty, would have been a more balanced game, because you know Barcelona that if you score 2 goals against them, they always make sure to score 3 or score more. So I think for Barcelona that game, they just need to like the island is getting exposed already. Most clubs are now working on how to how to penetrate through that island style, and I think it's going to be more difficult when they play against a team that is that possesses the ball a lot. And I think an example of that is against Paris Saint-Germain. Paris Saint-Germain, they also play a possessive kind of football. So when they play against teams that keeps the ball so well, talking about the likes of Chelsea, Arsenal, team that know how to keep the ball, the likes of Real Madrid, you see they defeated them a lot last season because they are not so good at keeping the ball. Once you're able to keep the ball, you can make some short passes that are actually going to break the defense line of Barcelona. And I think for Barcelona, the guy that understood the island so much, talking about Inigo Martinez, this guy has gone to Saudi Arabia. The thing is that they need to build the island around Pau Kubasi. That audio should be sold. This guy doesn't understand much about this island. You could see the blunders he made. Why push that guy that was already going? Like, the ball was already was almost out of the pitch, it was just on the line. Just guide the ball, let it. You don't have to push the player. Even aside that, Ronaldo doesn't really understand this island tactics. So I think they need to build it around Paul Kubasi and some other younger centre backs they have in the squad.
ọpẹ́ ní pápápá mo máa bí ẹni ìbéèrè lórí Marcus Rashford àmọ́ kí n tó bí ẹni ìbéèrè yẹn jẹ́ ìwọ́nú Facebook ẹ má gbàgbé pé ẹ láǹfààní láti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa lórí ìkànnì ìbánidọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ wa Facebook wa ẹ search fún West Radio 893 FM fan page West Radio 893 FM fan page ẹ bá ti wọlé kì í ṣe pé kẹ́ ẹ wọlé lásán o ẹ like ẹ comment ẹ share mo ti rí àwọn tiwa ọ̀gá mi ní ẹjọ́ láòṣọ́ àríyàn ẹ̀rẹ́ ó ní good afternoon watching you from Araro Makinde welcome on board jọlá ọṣọ àríyàn ẹ̀rìn ni Ọbánlá Emmanuel àwọn world champion ni ó ní well done guys we greet the house àwa náà kí ọlápá bíbá yìí Ọbánlá Emmanuel tó tẹ̀síwájú ó ní greeting you from Araro Makinde ó tún sọ ó ní Belgium just bad from them yesterday exactly Belgium cut the ticket jọlá ọṣọ àríyàn ẹ̀rìn nù àti sọ ẹ má jẹ́ kí tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì yẹn gùn ó máa kọ́ọ̀tì ni Habib Muyiwa Tijami watching you from Araro Makinde up Liverpool keep up the good work guys my regards Mr. Adelere bẹ́ẹ̀ni Adelere náà ń gbọ́n bí tó wà òun kí ọ náà ọpẹ́ ní pápápá lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Marcus Rashford kò sí àní-àní bẹ́ẹ̀ Marcus Rashford tanná nígbà tó dénú ikọ̀ Barcelona ó mi àwọn fún nínú ìdíje UEFA Champions League nígbà tí wọ́n kojú ikọ̀ Newcastle àmì ayò méjì láti ìgbà yẹn kò tí ì padà mi àwọn but ó ń ṣe assist rẹ̀ ti pé bíi 5 but agbábọ́ọ̀lù bíi Marcus Rashford agbọ́wọ́ wájú ni ṣé assist náà máa fi George ẹ̀ àbí goals nígbà tí sáà bá parí má gbàgbé pé Barca ní ẹ̀tọ́ láti ra Marcus Rashford tó bá ṣe dáadáa but ìwọ náà mọ àwọn ikọ̀ tó bá ṣe kọrin pàápàá jùlọ agbábọ́ọ̀lù tí bá ń kópa lọ́wọ́ wájú wọ́n expect kí agbábọ́ọ̀lù ẹ̀ máa mi àwọn lóòrèkóòrè àmọ́ tá a bá wo Marcus Rashford ó dàbí ẹni pé ká máa ṣe assist ti fẹ́ mọ́ lára ṣé ìwọ rò pé yẹn máa dín àǹfààní láti ra Marcus Rashford nínú ikọ̀ Barcelona?
Ó depend lórí tí ó ń gbá tó bá tẹ olùkọ́ni ẹ lọ́rùn yẹn olùkọ́ni àṣefẹ́ torí olùkọ́ni àṣefẹ́ jẹ́ kó yé wa wípé ó tẹ̀ tún kọ́ ọmọ tiẹ̀ tí wọ́n máa play as a striker and say wọ́n ti ń train ẹ̀ ní training pé bóyá aṣọ máa gba tamọ́tà ṣe bóyá ó náà ti rò pé a fẹ́ ìrànlọ́wọ́ ìyẹn assist látọ̀dọ̀ lọ títí mọ́ a fẹ́ kó máa bá wa mi àwọn tó jẹ́ pé àjẹ́ ká wò ó sì wọ́n tó bá jẹ́ winger kí ṣe dandan kó máa ṣe assist máa try láti máa mi ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn náà torí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn winger máa jẹ́ pé wọn ò mọ̀jú kí wọ́n máa mi àwọn lọ onífún máa ń dìgbà táwọn Gareth Bale wà nínú kọ̀tù Real Madrid ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn ni wọ́n máa ń mìwé sábà sọ pé ìrànlọ́wọ́ lọ títí báyìí náà ẹ jẹ́ káwọn Ronaldo náà wọ́n máa ṣe ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àmọ́ fún Marcus Rashford ó gbúdọ̀ gbìyànjú láti lè máa increase nípa bó ṣe máa mi àwọn yẹn fún Marcus Rashford torí pé ẹ jẹ́ ká wò ó sí tí sísè bá parí wọn ní sọ pé assist mélòó ló ṣe àmọ́ ó máa wà lára àwọn goal contribution torí goal contribution náà ni assist àmọ́ gbúdọ̀ máa fi àwọn mímú kún torí ẹ jẹ́ ká wò against Newcastle yẹn sìn ó gbà tí géèmù ọkọ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ kò ètè gate géèmù yẹn ó tún ba àwọn géèmù ọjẹ́ nígbà kọ̀ọ̀kan bọ̀ bó ṣe kọ́ àdá mi àwọn méjì yẹn gbogbo àwọn Barcelona fans wọ́n overlook gbogbo àṣìṣe tó ti ṣe sẹ́yìn ẹ mọ̀ pé ìwọ tó bá mi òun ló fún ẹ ní 3 points tí wọ́n rí gbà against Newcastle yẹn ó ti ṣe àwọn àṣìṣe kọ̀ọ̀kan sẹ́yìn síwájú kó tó di pé ó mi àwọn yẹn nínú match yẹn bọ̀ gbà tó padà mi àwọn méjì
wọn wà ṣẹṣẹ yẹn mọ́
wọ́n ti gbójú kúrò ńbẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà bó ṣe máa ṣẹlẹ̀ fún ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn players yẹn ni pé tó bá kálò bẹ̀rẹ̀ match ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ dáadáa ó wá débi 70 ó wá fún team ẹ̀ ní victory ṣe mọ̀ pé gbogbo nǹkan tó ti ń ṣe sẹ́yìn náà wọ́n máa fẹ́ fi ojú fò ni àmọ́ fún Marcus Rashford ó gbúdọ̀ improve lórí pé a fẹ́ máa mi àwọn gẹ́gẹ́ bí winger gbogbo àlàmọ̀ kí Rashford tẹ́lẹ̀ gbàgbà tó kọ́ jáde nínú kọ́tù Manchester United nínú London olùkọ́ni ṣe olùkọ́ni Louis van Gaal bí i 2016 àbí 2015 gbà yẹn gbà tó jáde ó máa mi àwọn púpọ̀ fọláàkì first match ó mi àwọn méjì bí i Europa League àbí nǹkan ó mi àwọn méjì so goal scorer ní Marcus Rashford jẹ́ bọ́dí ti pé láìtẹ́ ti wà wọ́n ti dim láìtẹ́ ní nínú kọ́tù Manchester United pé ogún ẹ ti fẹ́ wọ mi tán ní Manchester gbà tó padà lọ sí Barca ó ṣe ń gẹ́ ẹ̀tẹ̀ padà bọ̀ ní ẹ má bínú ẹ̀yẹn tẹ́ jẹ́ olólùfẹ́ kọ́tù Manchester United ẹ máa ń pa ògùn lápọ̀dọ̀ ti yẹn ni so ogún ẹ̀yẹn ó ti padà tán díẹ̀ nínú kọ́tù Barcelona ẹ jẹ́ ká fún ní time díẹ̀ pẹ̀lú time àti proper training ó máa padà improve láti máa mi àwọn.
ó yá ọpẹ́ ká kúrò lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ikọ̀.
Before we even leave Barcelona, I don't know if I really understood Yoruba you were saying. Okay. So let me just say, I have a question to ask before we go to like any other news, and this is still concerning Barcelona. Now, was I-line the problem in the game?
No, I-line wasn't the problem. It was the character of the players. Okay. Like they didn't show much character. Like look at the likes of Robert Lewandowski. You are a leader in that team. Yeah. Missing that penalty, it was very, very crucial because I think it was 2-1 at that time. If you had scored, it would have been 2-2. So I think that one actually like demoralized the team spirit. Yeah. Imagine at that point, okay, let's say it's a World Cup final. Yeah. Okay, for example now, Argentina, France now. I think was it not Mbappe that had the penalty or so? He scored an hat-trick in that. Let's say he has missed the penalty, it's going to be like I find that at least they lost in the penalty shootout to Argentina, but in the regular time they saw some penalty and of course they utilized it. So losing some that kind of penalty at that crucial moment is just one of the reasons. But we shouldn't blame penalty because anyone can miss penalty. It's a game of football. Even the greatest of all players, likes of Ronaldo, Messi. They've also missed penalties. But the thing is that the Barcelona players, they didn't show much character, and the fact that Sevilla, they are always very easy for Barcelona to defeat. So going into Ramon Pidgeon Sanchez Stadium in Sevilla was something I was actually thinking is going to be an easy game for Barcelona.
Considering the fact that if you check their history,
that's what I'm saying,
Barcelona is always given Sevilla not even a normal scoreline.
Exactly.
5-1.
I remember very well when Messi was here at Barcelona. That's the team he scores his most goals against for Lionel Messi. So they're always defeating Sevilla. So I think Sevilla, like I said earlier, they make sure they utilize most of the chances they got. Fine. They also, and of course, their goalkeeper, he came to the party that day. So, and I think the girls need to do better. Talking about Barcelona.
Okay.
Ireland wasn't the problem, but it's getting to be part of their problem.
All right. So, Raymond, you're about to say something, right?
Yeah, ọpẹ́ ní pápápá torí àkókò wa ìròyìn pọ̀ ńlẹ̀ ká kúrò lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Barcelona ó dorílẹ̀-èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì ikọ̀ Liverpool. Tá bá wo ikọ̀ Liverpool pẹ̀lú bí wọ́n ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ sáà yìí, a máa rí pé wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ dáadáa. Àmọ́ nǹkan ò fẹ́ sèṣore fún olùkọ́ni Arne Slot, back to back loss ni wọ́n ní pẹ̀lú àwọn agbábọ́ọ̀lù tí wọ́n gbé kí lóore pò fà á.
Kí Liverpool náà bẹ̀rẹ̀ dáadáa nígbà tí season ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìyẹn kọ̀ tí Liverpool torí pé wọ́n kàn ní result níbi kan máa win ní 80 minutes upward. Bíbí kan máa not like performance wo deserve kan máa ní result yẹn. Mo sọ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ season pé Liverpool yìí tí wọ́n bá ń bá lọ bọ́n ṣe máa bá lọ n fi pé wọn ò ní ṣe top 2 gan bí àbí number 3 àbí number 4 máa padà parí sí pẹ̀lú ìlú ìtàn ṣe ń pè káńpà pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn players tí wọ́n ṣe kó wọlé àwọn bíi mẹ́ta àbí mẹ́rin yẹn Florian Wirtz wọ́n gbé Alexander Isak àti Ego Ekitike wọlé mo ti sọ pé Ego Ekitike nìkan ló ti settle down a little bit ìyẹn sí nínú kọ́tì Liverpool amẹ́ríkà wo Florian Wirtz ó wà lára àwọn tó ń kó bá Liverpool torí pé olùkọ́ Arne Slot ó fẹ́ máa lù dandan so ó ti ń jẹ́ kó da chemistry tó ti wà láàrin àwọn tẹ́kùn wà ń bẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ ìyẹn àwọn bíi Ryan Gravenberch, Dominic Szoboszlai àti McAllister tó wà lọ́wọ́ àárín ó ti ń da chemistry wọn rú so tó máa lè try láti yọ Florian Wirtz ìyẹn kó nínú nǹkan ti midfield ikọ̀ ti Liverpool and again defence line ikọ̀ ti Liverpool náà kì í ṣe nǹkan tẹ́ palẹ̀ sọ pé wọ́n ní defence gidi torí Brahima Konate àti Virgil van Dijk tó jẹ́ balógun ikọ̀ ti Liverpool understanding wọn ní sáà tàwa kò tí gùn mọ́tò tó bá lè improve lọ́wọ́ ìyẹn ní centre back bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni àwọn tó ń gba right back àti left back fún náà Frimpong mo lè sọ pé kì í ṣe upgrade ìyẹn sí Trent Alexander tó kúrò nínú ikọ̀ ti Liverpool torí defensively náà òun lè ṣe tẹ́ pé ó dá àti but attacking wise ó wà okay but lọ́dọ̀ ti left back yẹn náà wọ́n gba Milo Kekes láti inú ikọ̀ ti Bournemouth àti Andrew Robertson mo fi pé ó ti tó time láti gbé Milo Kekes jókòó torí pé arákùnrin kò tí understand bí Liverpool ṣe máa ń play dáadáa torí pé àwọn players Liverpool wọn ó máa wà ní better position láti lè gbà bọ́ọ̀sì wọ́n fi pé gbogbo ọ̀tá tí ń gbàṣẹ látàrí náà ó kì í ṣe dáadáa so ànífẹ́ kan fún eléyìí mọ́ bóyá kan padà gbé ìjókòó kí wọ́n jẹ́ kó lẹ́n ìyẹn látara Andy Robertson tó ti pẹ́ nínú ọkọ̀ ti Liverpool àníkí Liverpool attack wọn náà ní Mohamed Salah wọ́n ní láti rí ẹsẹ̀ torí pé Mohamed Salah mo fi pé bóyá ó ti ń rẹ̀ àbí kò tí ì pick form ẹ̀ dáadáa tó má lè trust.
I actually think it's been a long time that I've not seen Mohamed Salah perform.
Like this season he hasn't performed
at all.
He hasn't performed.
I'm surprised actually.
For Salah not to have 4 goals yet in the Premier League. Kò tí score goal mẹ́rin nínú Premier League.
In how many weeks? We're in the
8th week now.
8 weeks.
Imagine.
Ọpẹ́ nínú ikọ̀ Liverpool náà ìròyìn pọ̀ ń bẹ jẹ́ ká mélé tá a bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ ikọ̀ Liverpool wọ́n náwó wọ́n deserve láti náwó bí kọ́ta bá wo bíi sáà márùn-ún sẹ́yìn ikọ̀ Liverpool jẹ́ ọ̀kan lára àwọn ikọ̀ tó yẹ pé wọn ò sábà náwó kò yẹ pé bí àwọn láhùn àmọ́ tá a bá wo ikọ̀ yẹn a máa rí pé tíìmù yẹn ó standard team ni so wọn ò ní láti náwó bí ẹlẹ́dà bí àwọn kan but tá a bá wo sáà yìí wọ́n ti gbé agbọ́wọ́wájú méjì àtàmátàsí méjì Ekitike pẹ̀lú Alexander Isak tá a sì ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa rẹ̀ nínú ikọ̀ Newcastle ó tanná gan ní sáà tó kọjá gbogbo wa là ń rò pé tó bá ti dénú ikọ̀ Liverpool àti dressing room ní ti máa mi àwọn àmọ́ lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí wọ́n ti lo Alexander Isak kò sí àǹfààní fún láti mi àwọn kí ló rò epo fà á.
Màá mú látọ̀dọ̀ Mohamed Salah jẹ́ ẹnìkan tó máa create fún àwọn tó bá jẹ́ àtàmátàsí so wọ́n fi pé Alexander Isak kì í ṣe player tẹ́ pé wà versatile lọ títí láti sọ pé òun lè máa gbá bọ̀ láti midfield láti lọ dá mi àwọn so Mohamed Salah tó wá fi lè tanná a máa rí best of Alexander Isak torí pé combination wọn yẹn Cody Gakpo ló ti ń gbé iṣẹ́ yẹn rò pé ẹ jẹ́ ká máa create fún àwọn àtàmátà sí bọ̀ Cody Gakpo ó ń gbìyànjú láti mi àwọn ó ń gbìyànjú láti create chances ìyẹn fáwọn tó jẹ́ striker ikọ̀ ti Liverpool but tí Mohamed Salah tó wá lè máa compensate ṣe látọ̀dọ̀ right wing tí Mohamed Salah wà sí left wing tí Cody Gakpo wà tó máa ń create fún Ugo Ekitike àti Alexander tó jẹ́ àtàmátà sí ó máa jẹ́ kí a máa rí improvement torí pé Isak ó ti jọ ó look like a shadow of himself lágbà tó ti dé inú ikọ̀ ti Liverpool so nínú ikọ̀ ti Newcastle dé wà náà dé ó máa ń rí ìrànwọ́ gbà látọ̀dọ̀ àwọn tó jẹ́ Anthony Gordon Harvey Barnes àwọn tó jẹ́ winger inú ikọ̀ ti Newcastle so wọ́n máa ń create fún but nípa tó ti dé inú ikọ̀ ti Liverpool ẹni tí ẹ kó máa create fún la sọ pé ẹni ẹ̀gùn òtọ́ náà ìyẹn Mohamed Salah so tó Salah tó wá ti padà wọ form and again creativity kì í ṣe dandan má bí creativity kì í ṣe dandan kó wá látọ̀dọ̀ àwọn winger ó lè wá láti inú kọtí ó lè wá láti àárín field náà ìyẹn midfield láti lè create so ẹ jẹ́ ká wo midfield Liverpool náà sí wọn tí máa create lọ títí yẹn ní sàtàwà torí Florian Wirtz yẹ kó máa ṣiṣẹ́ creativity yẹn náà ó wà láwọn jẹ́ pé ó jẹ́ kí tí kò jíjẹ ká rí best lára Alexander Isak ká ní pé midfield máa ń create ẹ wo inú kọtí Arsenal for example ẹ wo inú kọtí Barcelona wọ́n máa ń create láti inú kọtí wọ́n máa ń create láti midfield so àwọn midfield yẹn ló jẹ́ kí a máa rí dáadáa ẹ wo Kylian Mbappé sìn Adagola wà ń bẹ fún Real Madrid ó ń create fún Kylian Mbappé àwọn other players náà create látàrin field ẹ wo ní kọtí Barcelona wọ́n ní Pedri tó ń create wọ́n ní De Jong tó ń create wọ́n ní Rafinha wọ́n ní Omo tó ń create fún Lewandowski wà lára àwọn top scorer nínú ní La Liga ẹ wo ikọ̀ ti Arsenal sùn Arsenal create but striker àwọn ò tí ì máa find the net yẹn always so but ẹ máa rí pé ó miss chance kankan bọ̀ torí pé òun bí a clinic àti àbíkí sọ pé finishing kò tí ì tó nínú Premier League so ní láti step up game ẹ̀ àmọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká wọ́n sí nínú kọ́ ti Liverpool ìyẹn mélòó ló ń create látàrin field wọ́n ti jẹ́ kí Szoboszlai sìn òun ò fẹ́ gbá midfield lọ tààrà ní sàtàwà òun gba láti right back kó dẹ̀ tún gba láti midfield ìyẹn central midfield but tó má lè padà gbé Florian Wirtz jókòó tó má lo Szoboszlai McAllister àti Gravenberch ìyẹn lọ́wọ́ àárín yẹn creativity wọn máa yàtọ̀ sí ti tẹ́lẹ̀.
I was going to ask because I mean I've been seeing a lot of things about Alexander Isak, you know, especially with the money record fee they used to get into Liverpool. I've been saying stuff like once he adjusts, person we don't pay for Premier League.
You don't use like 3 seasons for Premier League.
You understand?
And you see no time to adjust. No, we are not going to accept that.
Yes, exactly. But let's leave Liverpool. Let me ask this question about Liverpool before we move further into Premier League. Do you see Liverpool? I know you said it earlier already. But even with other teams that are in Premier League, do you see Liverpool getting to first 2 or first 3? Defending even the champion, getting number 1 again?
Well, I think for them to defend the champion, to defend the title, they are the defending champion. For them to defend this, it's going to be a tougher task for them because number 1, they are second of the log behind Arsenal. I think it's just a point or 2 points.
A point.
I think it's just a point. And not forgetting they are the only team who have defeated Arsenal this season. So, and they will be playing their next game against Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. It's no longer at Anfield. So for them to defend it, they have to first get back on their track. After the international break, they must kick up. Like, you must kick off with a good start. Maybe scoring 2-3 goals. Like, we have not seen Liverpool score 3 goals without conceding. Yeah. So if they score 3, they will concede 2. If they score 2, they will concede 1. If they score 1 save, they will concede 2 sometimes against that Crystal Palace. So they need to make sure they start winning games convincingly. Nobody don't go they win for 90 plus. That is no match. Like, that is not an interesting match. So for Liverpool, they need to start winning games like convincingly. See the way Arsenal have been winning. They defeated Leeds United by 5 goals to 0. You can't tell me that is not convincing. For Liverpool, that will be defeated by 1 goal to 0 in the 90 minutes. So you don't behave like that. So I think Arsenal are actually the favourites to pick up the EPL title this season.
Okay, so talking about before we go to the fans' favorite Arsenal, let's talk about Crystal Palace. Prior to the last game with Everton, they were the only team that were not beaten. Before it was Liverpool and Crystal Palace, and they were the one that actually beat Liverpool, and they remain the only team that were not beaten. That unbeaten run, in Premier League, and then Everton from nowhere actually defeated them. I think it was 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1.
They defeated them and beat them, and now they're like. Everybody done the same level like this. What do you think was wrong in that game for Crystal Palace? Because it looked like it was so promising for them.
It was Adam Watson. Adam Watson of Jack Grealish rather.
Okay.
Jack Grealish of what's it called, of Everton. It was the one that actually gave Everton that lead. Only jẹ́ kí wọ́n ewé borí kojú ikọ̀ ti Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace wọ́n rí bọ́ọ̀ yẹn gbá dáadáa. Adam Watson fún ikọ̀ ti Crystal Palace ó ṣe dáadáa lọ́wọ́ àárín fún wọn. Àmẹ́jíkà wo Jack Grealish náà tó gba ọwọ́ wájú náà òun ló jẹ́ kí only get winning goal yẹn òun ló mú winning goal yẹn wá so lápọ̀lọ̀ tèmi Jack Grealish ni ó da òun ló da omi gbóná sí oúnjẹ táwọn kìnìún yẹn ṣe tí àwọn kan ti Crystal Palace wọ́n ṣe so lápọ̀lọ̀ tèmi wọ́n ní láti pick up fọ́ọ̀mù padà yẹn ti Everton àti Crystal Palace torí Everton under David Moyes ní start àwa they have actually improved so they just need to keep getting better.
Okay, now talking about team, I want us to talk about Arsenal, but I also want us to talk about the coach. Let's talk about Arsenal first. Arsenal being, this is not the first time they've been at the top of the league just before the break, but let's pick the first 5, or let's say first 10 in the Premier League. Arsenal with 16 points, Liverpool number 2, 15 points, Tottenham 14 points, Bournemouth number 4, also 14 points, Manchester City number 5, 13 points, Crystal Palace number 6, 12 points, Chelsea 11 points, Everton number 8, 11 points, Sunderland number 9, 11 points, and Man United number 10 points. Now, do you think that Arsenal is the favorite, to win this season?
Or one of the
favorites. One of the favorites. But on the long run, do you see them actually defending this advantage they have right now, being at the top of the poll?
What Arsenal needs to understand is that you can win the league with 1 point. Everton, I said Everton, Manchester City, they've done it before. Liverpool, they've done it before. So having a point advantage going into the international break, I think is something, if they can hold on to it to the very last, they can actually pick up the thing. They can pick up the title. But for Arsenal, the only thing that will stop Arsenal from winning title this season is Arteta. If he doesn't behave like he's been behaving in the past 3 years, they should get the trophy, because not just that, I think they are the best team so far. They've played against the best teams. I think it's only Liverpool they've lost to this season. They have played Manchester United, they defeated them. They haven't played Chelsea.
They've not played Chelsea.
They've not played Chelsea. So they played Manchester City. It was a draw against Liverpool. They lost. That's the only team. That's the only match they've lost this season for Arsenal. So I think the only thing that will stop Arsenal from winning the title, kí n sọ Yorùbá nǹkan tó máa stop Arsenal láti máa gba title EPL ní sáà táwọn òun ní Arteta. Arteta tí kò bá ṣe bó ṣe ń ṣe láti bí ọdún mẹ́ta sẹ́yìn tó ń ṣe second, tó bá padà rí pé tó bá wo àwọn àtúnṣe àwọn nǹkan ti ṣe àwọn àṣẹ sẹ́yìn, tó bá wo àtúnṣe yẹn tó bá lè fi tún ara ẹ̀ ṣe, mo rí kó yẹ kó gba EPL ní sáà táwọn. Àmọ́ tí kò bá lè wo nǹkan tó ti ṣe sẹ́yìn, kó wo nínú àwọn àṣẹ pé ibo mo ti ṣàṣìṣe, ibo ni mi ò ti ṣe dáadáa, tó bá lọ kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ńbẹ̀, tó bá lọ kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ńbẹ̀, mo rí pé ó yẹ kó lè gba Premier League title ní sáà táwọn.
Okay, before we talk about the coach again, I just remember that Manchester United still did the league.
And another thing
they try. I even don't they can't they number 10. Now they beat Sunderland, and this has been don't say one win on you whenever Man United did. Because no, let's be honest. How many wins have Man United have in their games? They've had like
I don't think maybe 3 or 2. No,
yes,
maybe
3 wins. They've played 7 games. They've won 3 times. They've drawn once. Yes, and they've lost 3 times. Now, this last game is Sunderland. Sunderland have been doing so well on the table.
Yes,
you understand?
They are above them currently.
Yeah, till now. But what do you think went wrong for Sunderland in the last game? And what do you think was that turning point for Man United that they used, they literally dominated that game in Sunderland?
For years now, Manchester United, they've not lost a game in which they are leading at halftime. For like 100 years now, any game they are leading at halftime, they have not lost. So I think going into that game, winning in the first half, I need
the mentality is for them.
It's been even before Sir Alex Ferguson came to Manchester United, they have not lost a game in which they were winning, they were leading at halftime. So anytime Manchester United they are leading at halftime, those things they are going to lose when it is at Old Trafford. So
even if it's a team like Chelsea or Liverpool, Arsenal, do you think they can also do that?
As far as they are still leading, of course, history happens in a day and it ends in a day. Fine, but so far since time I've been watching Manchester United, maybe like some years like this now, they haven't lost a game in which they were leading at halftime.
Oh, okay. Now, still talking about Premier League, the last one. Let's talk about the coach. People were literally saying, person going to win the coach of the month was going to be either Arteta or Oliver Glasner, and Oliver Glasner actually won it.
Well deserved.
You don't actually think Arteta?
Actually, Arteta should have gotten it, but people are beginning to it's actually, it depends on vote she gets, and people are actually like getting, should I say dislike Arteta because it's been, I don't know, but I think Oliver Glasner actually deserves it. Not forgetting it's from a small team.
Okay.
ó yá ní pápápá torí àkókò wa ẹ jẹ́ ká kúrò lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú ikọ̀ ká bọ́ sí orílẹ̀-èdè ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ wà lánàá nínú ìdíje FIFA Club World Cup ní agbọn tilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀. Èsì ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ tó wà lánàá rèé South Sudan àti ikọ̀ Senegal, àmì ayò 5 ní Senegal fi lù wọ́n. Sudan kọ́ òdo pẹ̀lú Mauritania. Togo wà ní wọ́n fọrùn rán, DR Congo ló lọ lù wọ́n pẹ̀lú àmì ayò 1-0. Group C bákan náà orílẹ̀-èdè Lesotho pàdánù sí ọwọ́ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà àmì ayò 2-1. Rwanda fọrùn rán Benin ló lọ káwọn mọ́lé àmì ayò 1-0. Zimbabwe ní tàbálẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ kọ̀pẹ̀ yín náà ẹ̀ ní lọ àmì ayò ẹlẹ́ni náà gbá pẹ̀lú orílẹ̀-èdè South Africa. Group F Gambia pàdánù sọ́wọ́ ikọ̀ Gabon àmì ayò 4-3. Ivory Coast nǹkan wọ́n ná sí Chile pẹ̀lú àmì ayò 7-0. Ṣáwọn èèyàn ò mọ bọ́ọ̀lù gbá ní Sao Tome àti Principe àwọn pàdánù sọ́wọ́ ikọ̀ Tunisia àmì ayò 6-0. Lágbọ́ ti UEFA Germany borí orílẹ̀-èdè Luxembourg àmì ayò 4-0. Northern Ireland kọ́ wọ́n fìyà jẹ Slovakia àmì ayò 2-0. Kosovo pẹ̀lú Slovenia àmì ayò 0-0 ní. Ṣẹ̀wárí Sweden Victor Gyökeres, Alexander Isak àwọn ọmọbi tí ilé wà mọ́ o àmì ayò 2-0 ní Switzerland lọ fi lọ̀ wọ́n mọ́lé nígbà tí France borí Azerbaijan pẹ̀lú àmì ayò 3-0. Iceland pẹ̀lú Ukraine àmì ayò 5-3 ní Ukraine fi borí wọn. Kazakhstan borí ikọ̀ Liechtenstein pẹ̀lú àmì ayò 4-0. Belgium tán jáwé àwọn èèyàn àti North Macedonia 0-0. Ká kúrò ní ibi bẹ̀yẹn ká wá sínú ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà àti Lesotho. Ọpẹ́ jẹ́ǹtì sí ẹ tá bá wo bí Nàìjíríà ṣe mú lórí pápá lánàá máa rí pé wọ́n gbìyànjú wọ́n ṣe dáadáa yàtọ̀ sí ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ tán ti gbá sí ẹ̀yìn. Agbábọ́ọ̀lù orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà nígbà kan rí sì ti sọ̀rọ̀ yìí pé tábà tiẹ̀ qualify fún World Cup a fẹ́ rí performance tó kúndùn ní orí pápá a sì rí lánàá. Ó ní inú dùn sí bí àwọn agbábọ́ọ̀lù Nàìjíríà ṣe turn up lánàá. Irú àwọn kan tá a fẹ́ máa rí lóòrèkóòrè nìyẹn. Lóòótọ́ àti borí orílẹ̀-èdè Lesotho, kí ló kù fún orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà láti lọ ìdíje World Cup? Ṣé o lè ṣàlàyé fún wa ní ṣókí?
Fún orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà láti lọ sí ife ẹ̀yẹ àgbáyé tó máa wáyé ní ọdún tí ń bọ̀, ìyẹn lórílẹ̀-èdè mẹ́ta, ó máa jẹ́ nǹkan tó máa difficult, tó máa le díẹ̀ torí bá ṣe wà báyìí àti wà ní 14 points. Orílẹ̀-èdè Benin Republic àwọn wà ní 17 points. South Africa wà ní 15 points. So dájúdájú ni pé Benin Republic same point tí wọ́n ní point 3 òní wọ́n fi ń lára. So last match tẹ́pà dẹ̀ máa play dẹ̀rẹ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè Benin Republic gangan la máa bá play yẹn ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Tá a bá jáwé olúborí kọjú orílẹ̀-èdè Benin Republic a máa wà ní 17 points, a máa jọ ní same point. A máa gbọ́dọ̀ mi àwọn méjì láti lè sọ pé bóyá a máa wà ẹ́ẹ̀dì wọn lórí table. Torí lọ́wọ́ lọ́ba yẹn sìn wọ́n fi goal méjì la orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà, àwọn ní +5 àwọn ní +3 goals ìyẹn fún orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà àti orílẹ̀-èdè Benin Republic. àmọ́ ẹni tó tún wà láàrin wa ìyẹn orílẹ̀-èdè South Africa àwọn ní 15 points. báyìí sìn last month nígbà pé kojú orílẹ̀-èdè Zimbabwe ní oṣù Zimbabwe orílẹ̀-èdè Rwanda náà máa bá orílẹ̀-èdè Rwanda ní South Africa náà máa bá play. So ó máa jẹ́ nǹkan tó máa difficult fún Rwanda fún South Africa. àmọ́ nígbà mẹ́rin pé South Africa
ilé South Africa wà
ilé náà wà bó ó máa difficult fún ọ. èyí tí mo sọ báyìí ni pé Rwanda wọ́n fẹ́ fi gbogbo ṣe fún un tó yẹ pé táwọn ò bá nílò àníjẹ́kẹ́yìn náà lọ. àmọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká wo nǹkan tí Zimbabwe tó ṣe fún South Africa lánàá. Zimbabwe ṣe mọ̀ pé gbogbo matches wọn tó ti ń gbá yẹn ní World Cup tó jẹ́ pé official pé ilé náà máa wà South Africa náà ti ń gbà. gbogbo tó di àná wọ́n gbé kúrò South Africa wọ́n lọ neutral ground wọ́n fẹ́ lo ilé South Africa. ṣó ní mo sọ yẹn báyìí gbogbo ó matches wọn ní World Cup qualifiers ní South Africa náà ti ń gbà. wọ́n á gbé kúrò lánàá nígbà tó di pé àwọn fẹ́ kojú àwọn ọmọ onílé gangan. so wọ́n gbé lọ sí another country ó lọ jẹ́ neutral ground. so lápò rẹ̀ tèmi fún Nàìjíríà ká lè sọ pé a fẹ́ qualify a gbọ́dọ̀ kọ́kọ́ ṣe kí ni a gbọ́dọ̀ kọ́ mú 6 points àti mú 3 points ó kù 3 points. so tí a bá mú 3 points kojú orílẹ̀-èdè Benin Republic ká ṣe kó gbà pé à ń lọ sí World Cup. àmọ́ àwọn sacrifice mi wá pé tí South Africa tó bá padà ṣe second ẹni tó mọ̀ sọ yín báyìí wọ́n máa yọ 6 points lára wọn torí pé Zimbabwe tí wọ́n ti kojú ẹni tó bá parí sí last group tó bá parí sí last ní group táwa wọ́n á yọ point interdọ́gba interlose wọ́n á yọ lára South Africa tó bá parí sí second. so lápọ̀lọ̀ tí wọ́n á ti ní pé tábà ti na orílẹ̀-èdè Benin Republic a máa retí kí Rwanda a máa retí pé South Africa wọn gbọ́dọ̀ jáwé olúborí wọ́n lè ta omi wọ́n dẹ̀ lè padànù sọ́wọ́ Rwanda. so bóyá wa ni pé nǹkan méjì la máa gbàdúrà ni pé a gbọ́dọ̀ kọ́ na Benin Republic tó bá ti wá náà wọ́n tán a máa gbàdúrà fún ìṣubú ti orílẹ̀-èdè South Africa.
Ọpẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí bá a ṣe mọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ìpè tálẹ̀ǹtì pọ̀ ṣé ó yẹ kí orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà máa lo calculator tó bá ti di pé a fẹ́ qualify fún ìdíje ìfẹ́ ẹ̀yà àgbáyé?
wọ́n wá sọ wá di àwọn tó ń ṣe further maths differentiation permutation combination àwọn tó máa ṣe further maths wọ́n á sọ wá di further maths gbogbo orílẹ̀ Nàìjíríà wá di ẹni tó ń ṣe further maths. àmọ́ ṣe rí mo fi ìkú ibi tá a ṣe àṣe òjú pé match méjì lọ Lesotho àti Zimbabwe tá bá draw ìyẹn ní pápá ṣe ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà torí imagine pé nínú 6 points àmọ́ 2 points kálá àti mú ẹ fi 4 points yẹn sì ẹ fi mọ́ 14 points ta lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀sìn ó máa jẹ́ 18 points 18 points àwọn alábàá wà ní number 1 ní group wa kálá dẹ̀ win last match àkójọ orílẹ̀-èdè Benin Republic yẹn sì so ó máa jẹ́ 21 points báyìí so lápò ó máa jẹ́ 21 points so lápò ọ̀rọ̀ tèmi a ti ṣe àṣeyẹn sẹ́yìn due pé àwọn olùkọ́ni tá a nígbà yẹn káàpẹ́ àti lo olùkọ́ni sí 3 àbí 4 sìn láti gbà tí a ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ World Cup qualifiers sìn alófin nídìíjọ́ àti lo olùkọ́ni 4 láṣà àti làbó olùkọ́ni 3 so mo fi pé olùkọ́ tẹ́gbó ṣe dáadáa jù fún anáà ní olùkọ́ni Sekuchi tó wà níbẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ lọ́ba torí pé arákùnrin lágbà tí World Cup qualifiers tó ti bẹ̀ lágbà tóun ti dé ó ní iye point òun ló ti mú point tẹ́gbó pọ̀ jù fún wa bí a bí nínú 14 point anẹ́sìn bàbá ìtún bí a bí 9 point wà nínú 14 point àní àbí 11 point so ẹ wo point tá a wà tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ kó tó di pé ẹ̀rí Sekuchi ọ̀dẹ́ sọ lápò tèmi ó qualify fún World Cup kò qualify fún World Cup kí wọ́n jẹ́ kó kó wa lọ sí AFCON torí pé tó bá padà gbáṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tí a bá qualify fún World Cup ẹni tó máa gbé wá kò ní better so ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ tó máa gbá ó tó máa tún da iṣẹ́ tẹ́ pé arákùnrin jẹ́ pé ó ti ń ṣe irú rìn àmọ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ pé talent pọ̀ lórí Nàìjíríà kò yẹ ká máa yọ calculator torí ẹ wo group tàwa ẹnìkan tẹ́ kó fún wa ní tough time ojú South Africa lọ even Rwanda wọ́n lè máa gbìyànjú lóòótọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọ́n lè máa gbìyànjú lóòótọ́ ẹgbẹ́ tó mi àwọn fún orílẹ̀-èdè South Africa orílẹ̀-èdè Benin Republic ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ni Olúwatósìn Ayégún lórúkọ ẹ̀ so bàbá ẹ̀ ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ìyá ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Benin Republic so látòrí ọmọ àgbà pé Olúwatósìn Ayégún lórúkọ ọmọ ẹ̀ midfielder ni so ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn tí African countries wọ́n lo Benin Republic Nàìjíríà pọ̀ nínú ọmọ wọn náà so ká ní pé àwọn utilize àwọn talent wa dáadáa àwa lè kàn máa ṣojú so irú kìíní báyẹn sìn Benin Republic sìn Razak ọmọ tó yọ sí tí tó ṣaláìsí ní bí abí oṣù kan sẹ́yìn sìn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ní ẹ wo kọ́ńtì tó ṣojú orílẹ̀-èdè Benin Republic so ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ talent ní kálá máa ń lù wọ́n dáadáa àti pé Benin Republic ó máa ń jọ wọ́n lójú tó máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa pé talent Nàìjíríà ó máa ń jọ wọ́n lójú gan wọ́n dẹ̀ máa ń rí wọn lò wọ́n máa ń utilize wọn dáadáa Amẹ́ríkà orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà kì í sábà rí wọn lò dáadáa so lápọ̀lọ̀ tèmi a gbọ́dọ̀ improve pé a fẹ́ máa promote àwọn players tó bá jẹ́ ti orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà gangan.
Let's talk about the game between Nigeria and Benin Republic a little bit further. Now, for me, let's be honest. Benin Republic sitting at the top of the table with 17 points.
Yes.
Nigeria number 3 with 14 points. Okay, let's assume that South Africa draw with Rwanda.
We have 16 points.
Was Rwanda they played with yesterday, right?
No, it was Zimbabwe.
And they had goalless. Okay, let's assume that it was an advantage for us. Made them to have 15 points, which is a little bit, 15-14. That's a point. Okay, now, do you think, because everybody keeps saying football, anything can happen. Do you think that a team that already has 17 points will want to lose guard to Nigeria with 14 points coming Tuesday?
It is possible, but it is not going to be possible. It is very, very possible for them to lose. But I think, number one, Benin Republic, they have never gone to World Cup before.
Okay.
So they have something big in mind. Like, they want to achieve a great feat. Yeah. Like, qualifying for the World Cup ever in their history. And again, number two is that the head coach, Genatro, he was our former coach. So he knows more about the players, about the current Nigeria players than the current coach. You got what I'm saying? Ó mọ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn players tán ló lọ jù ẹni tó jẹ́ olùkọ́ni wa tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn olùkọ́ni Sekuchi. So lápọ̀lọ̀ tèmi ó máa wà difficult fún Nigeria láti lè jáwé olúborí kojú ikọ̀ ti Benin Republic ní ọjọ́ Tuesday. Àmọ́ ó possible nǹkan tá a lè ṣe ni àmọ́ ṣá máa ṣe ibẹ̀ gangan ni wàhálà wà tó yẹ pé ó possible torí pé ẹ jẹ́ ká wo orílẹ̀-èdè Benin Republic tó máa fẹ́ na Nigeria kojú pé kí wọ́n sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ wá attack torí tó máa attack ó ṣe kí àjẹwọ́n contract láti defend bọ́yẹ ṣe against wa tẹ́pọ́n wọ́n fi rí draw mọ́ tẹ́pọ́n wọ́n padà jáwé olúborí yẹn ní AFCON qualifier àbọ̀ World Cup wọ́n rí draw mọ́ ni so lápò tèmi wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ make sure pé àwọn wá defend wọ́n máa hit Nigeria lórí counter ọ̀nà the only way tán fi lè na Nigeria nìyẹn àwọn tó máa jáde síta ó ṣe ká jáde kó jẹ́ pé wọ́n máa pé a máa nà wọ́n àmọ́ Nigeria against Benin Republic ó máa wà difficult but a ṣe lè rí 3 points mọ́ but mi ò fọ́ sí àpá máa rí mu.
ọpẹ́ ká tó kúrò lórí ọ̀rọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà jẹ́ ká sọ 2 àbí 3 nínú wọn tá a bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ aṣọ́lé wa Stanley Nwabali a rí pé kínkínní ló kù kí ó ṣe àṣìṣe lánàá nígbà táwọn kojú orílẹ̀-èdè Lesotho gbogbo orú àwọn nǹkan báyìí ni ó fà á tí a fi jáwé olúborí nígbà tí a kojú orílẹ̀-èdè Zimbabwe a concentrate òun ní counter yẹn ṣe bá wa.
eré ẹ̀gán ti pọ̀ jù.
So kí la fẹ́ sọ ṣé torí pé ó ti ń wò pé kò séèyàn tó máa challenge òun lójú ilé ni àbí kí la lè sọ ń pa.
ó jọ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé ṣẹ́rí lọ́lọ́bà yẹn sì ni pé àwọn olùkọ́ni ẹlẹ́mì máa rí bú láìpẹ́ tí olùkọ́ni Sekuchi ti dé kò tí ì lo aṣọ́lé mi sí ojúlé Adébáyọ̀ Adélẹ́yẹ wà ńbẹ̀ láti orílẹ̀-èdè Israel àbí Jerusalem tó ti ń bọ̀ ẹ dẹ̀ mú kinní náà bọ̀ ẹ mú Amasobasoge tó ń play fún Bed Insurance tó ti play fún Bed Insurance rí bọ̀ ó wà ní orílẹ̀-èdè kan nílẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ tóun náà ti ń ṣọlẹ̀ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà Maduka Okoye ń bẹ nínú kọ́ ti Udinese ní orílẹ̀-èdè Italy tó ń play Italian Serie A ọmọ kan náà wà tẹ́ pé Germany ṣe pọ̀ mọ́ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà tó jẹ́ goalkeeper ẹ jẹ́ ká try àwọn other goalkeepers ká ní fún Sterling wọn balẹ̀ ní chance ní gbogbo ayé pátápátá ni wọ́n ní mọ̀ chance tí Jose Peseiro fún ní AFCON tá play òun everybody ṣe mọ́ ẹni tó ń jẹ́ Sterling wọn balẹ̀ wáyé tẹ̀lé fáwọn yòókù náà ní chance pé ok o mo fi pé tán bá start Benin Republic tó máa start Sterling wọn balẹ̀ against Benin Republic òun ló máa kó bá wa torí pé arákùnrin pressure ti wà lórí ọ̀rẹ́dẹ̀ ẹ wo start ẹ ní.
Wait, hold on. You actually think that if they use the one ballet against Benin Republic, it will be a problem?
It will be a problem.
Wow.
The thing is, he has played 12 games so far for clubs and countries. He has conceded 18 goals.
Okay.
That shows he's not in a good form. And I don't know, maybe he's going through some, you know.
He
some,
is.
Because
he lost his parents.
Like I think within a week.
In quick succession, yes.
Like within a week. So maybe this thing is just like starting to affect him.
Yeah.
Like psychology. We all know how good.
Yeah.
We all know how good
like,
he
is. Grief is not lenient at all.
Even losing one parent alone is difficult. Not to talk of two within.
And people will argue that you can use that to for coping mechanism.
As a moral booster.
Talking about grief, you cannot use anything as coping mechanism.
Imagine seeing a ball coming to you like and just remember your prayer like a lot of things will just like you start flying. So lápọ̀dọ̀ tèmi aṣọ́lé tó mọ̀lé mú ní stand babali àmọ́ láti lè protect òun àti career ẹ̀ torí a ti gbọ́ pé bí Escobar àbí player kan lọ́yẹ́ pé ó jọlọ́ọ̀ ní pé due to pé ó miss penalty yẹn ní World Cup tẹ́ pé bí àwọn ìlú ẹ̀rọ náà lọ lupa àbí àbúpa rẹ̀ so nítorí football ìyẹn ṣàkó ìyẹn ti lọ nìyẹn so lápọ̀dọ̀ tèmi láti lè avoid irú nǹkan báyẹn a gbọ́dọ̀ sọ wípé Stanley wà balẹ̀ kí wọ́n try láti protect ẹ̀ due to pé kí wọ́n má lo against Benin Republic torí ẹ̀rí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lánàá kì í ṣe ẹ̀kan ló ṣe mistake yẹn kì í dẹ̀ ṣe méjì àwọn mistake tẹ́ pé ó fẹ́ kó bá lánàá ẹ̀yẹ́wò tó ṣe ní last minute yẹn sìn tẹ́kí bọ́ọ̀ yọ̀ lọ́wọ́ fine goalkeeper bọ́ọ̀ àmọ́ yọ̀ lọ́wọ́ goalkeeper àmọ́ tó bá ti ń di léraléra bí akán lọ wò psychological and again Benin Republic wọ́n máa fún wa ní pressure a máa pressure àwọn náà dé máa pressure wa torí pé Genatro kì í fọ́ fún Nàìjíríà lágbà tó ti jẹ́ olùkọ́ni ti Benin Republic so ó believe pé òun mọ in and out orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà so a fẹ́ utilize yẹn against wa so most of àwọn tó jẹ́ ìjọmọ Nàìjíríà tó ń play for Benin Republic náà àwọn náà wọ́n á fẹ́ proof point pé ṣe lò wá ṣe gbà wá so wọ́n á fẹ́ proof point ó máa jẹ́ tough match yẹn fún orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà àti Benin Republic.
ọpẹ́ tá a bá wo ọwọ́ iwájú orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà àmì ayò kejì tá a mì lánàá ó ti pẹ́ tá a ti ríru rẹ̀ gbẹ̀yìn nínú orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà.
bí a máa mú penalty nǹkan kan lápá.
yàtọ̀ sí Victor Osimhen tí Victor Osimhen ò bá sílé Victor Boniface la máa ń pè Victor Boniface lélẹ̀ òun ò tanná kò mi àwọn fún orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà but àríṣẹ́ tí akọ Adams ṣe lánàá
nígbà tó wọlé
kí ló lè sọ pẹ̀lú akọ Adams.
Akọ Adams ló win last goal fún Sevilla against ikọ̀ Barcelona ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà náà dẹ̀ fún ní assist ìyẹn Chidera Ejuke mo fi pé akọ Adams a lè pè ní the next Osimhen torí a ti ń pe torí Arokodare ní the next Osimhen so a ti ní to the next Osimhen while Osimhen is not he hasn't left the squad so lápọ̀lọ̀ tèmi mo fi pé akọ Adams ó jẹ́ ẹnìkan tẹ́ kó wà physical so adékàlọ́ wà pé nǹkan tí physicality àti should I say a little bit of technicality ó ní African football gbà but tó bá ti di pé fẹ́ play not African football technicality yẹn máa high ju physicality ọ̀tọ̀ pé ọpọlọ làwọn fi ń play kì í ṣàgbára nìkan so ẹ wo nǹkan tó fi goal tó goal lánàá ó ti pẹ́
láti rí
ó mú bọ̀ yẹn dání báyìí fún àbọ̀yé bó ṣe mú control ó ti kọ́ fi gé defender ó sún padà tún gé ó wá fi left ẹ̀ gbà so a lè sọ pé player tẹ pé ó mẹsẹ̀ méjèèjì ló tó bá jẹ́ àwọn player mi tẹ pé wọn ò lè gbé ẹsẹ̀ àlàáfíà wọn níbẹ̀ wá ó lè ṣe jẹ́ kó gbá bọ̀ yẹn dànù so lápọ̀lọ̀ tèmi Victor Osimhen náà máa sún kí lánàá.
tá bá wo àwọn agbọ́wọ́ wájú tó máa ń sábà mìíràn àwọn ya wọn bíi Kylian Mbappe àwọn tán mègègé.
exactly so lápò tèmi mo fi pé akọ Adams jẹ́ player tẹ́ pé technically àti di pé first match ẹ̀ fún Nàìjíríà mi ò tí lè sọ púpọ̀ nípa rẹ̀ tẹ́ pé ẹni tí ò gbà tó 30 minutes lánàá ó ṣerú nǹkan báyìí so máa farabalẹ̀ láti wo against Benin Republic tán bá mo lè sọ pé kí wọ́n start ẹ̀ àbí bóyá kí wọ́n gbé wọlé fún Victor Osimhen.
ọpẹ́ kó tó di pa Lizet gbé wa tẹ̀síwájú kí ló lè sọ nípa work rate Victor Osimhen lóòótọ́ kò mì àwọn àmọ́ àwọn agbáwọ̀ ẹ̀yìn orílẹ̀-èdè Lesotho yìí nǹkan ṣe wọ́n lánàá lérí work rate Victor Osimhen tí ẹ bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ díẹ̀ nípa Victor Osimhen.
Victor Osimhen tí a bá nínú Nàìjíríà mo lè sọ pé a ní dé ibi tá a wà torí pé ó ti fún aláwọn goals kọ̀ọ̀kan òun ló gbó wa 14 point ní nísìn mo ti gbàgbé match ẹgbẹ́ tó score méjì against one country tẹ́pọ̀ ó dẹ̀ mú jẹ́ kí a wà ahead òun ló fún wa ní point in 3 points so fún Victor James Osimhen work rate ẹ̀ high gan ó dẹ̀ tó máa jẹ́ káwọn tó jẹ́ other attackers láti lè enjoy ball torí ẹ jẹ́ káwọn òun ló fún Akọ Adams ní ìrànlọ́wọ́ tó fúnra àwọn atamọ́tà sí mi bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ó rí i pé èèyàn méjì wọn wájú òun yóò sọ pé òun fẹ́ wọ́nà àti gé wọn láti lè kọjá lára wọn but Victor Osimhen kò wá selfish so work rate wà ń bẹ̀ selfishness náà dẹ̀ kéèké ṣe nǹkan tẹ́ kó wá selfish lòdì pàkà fine atamọ́tà ṣe àmọ́ sọ kéńgbà mi mo fẹ́ daga àmọ́ irú position tó wà lánàá ó rí i pé èèyàn kan ti wà ní better position so ó dẹ̀ release ball yẹn so aside pé ó ẹ kó work rate high lórí field náà ó jẹ́ nǹkan tẹ́ kó máa bá team play.
ọpẹ́ ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà àti Benin tí ó máa gbéra sọ lọ́jọ́ Tuesday ó ṣe kókó tó bá wo olùkọ́ni Eréṣekoshin ó lo Tolu Arokodare àti Victor Osimhen lánàá ìwọ ò wo báyìí pé tó bá lo Akọ Adams àti Victor Osimhen kojú orílẹ̀-èdè Benin Republic.
ìyẹn àwa play 4-4-2.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
ṣe èdè tó bá fẹ́ play 4-4-2 ó depend lórí midfield tó bá lò ṣe mọ̀ pé ẹni tó bá play 4 á jẹ́ defenders mẹ́rin ọwọ́ àárín yẹn ó máa consist of midfielders àti attacker tó bá play 4-4-2 àwọn mẹ́rin tó wà lẹ́yìn yẹn wọ́n ti jẹ́ defenders ọwọ́ àárín yẹn náà ó máa ní 2 OD midfielders tẹ́ pé wọ́n lè create wọ́n dẹ̀ lè mark so níbi other flank yẹn náà ó gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ winger tẹ́ pé wọ́n ní pace wọ́n lè gègé wọ́n lè lọ síwájú wọ́n dẹ̀ tún lè padà ọwọ́ wájú yẹn mo fi pé 4-4-2 máa jẹ́ nǹkan tó máa wúlò fún Nàìjíríà tá a bá lè mọ̀ ọ́n lò torí pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn countries ni wọ́n mọ̀ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ football teams ni wọ́n mọ̀ 4-4-2 lò bọ̀ olùkọ́ ni wọ́n mọ̀ lò ó dẹ̀ lè mọ̀ ọ́n lò tẹ́ pé o ní àwọn players láti lè fi gbá 4-4-2 yẹn àmọ́ ṣe Nàìjíríà ní players láti lè fi gbá 4-4-2 mo fi pé àti nítorí kẹ́nẹ́káwó 2 OD midfielder star lè lò wífẹ́ ní dídí àti Alex Iwobi onídìí kí wọ́n máa mark lásán ni Iwobi ló máa create so ní wing yẹn mo prefer kó lo Moses Simon àti Ademola Lookman gẹ́gẹ́ bí wingers so 4-4-2 yẹn tó bá lè try láti lò ó ṣe ṣe tẹ́ kó máa mú èso rere wá fún Nàìjíríà but mi ò ní advice pé kó lo against Benin Republic.
Okay, before we leave the Nigeria topic, Super Eagles topic, I want to go back to the goalkeeper stuff. So if not Nwabali, who do you think should start against Benin Republic?
Adebayo Adeleye.
And you are sure he can deliver?
He has delivered for us, but it was friendly games.
Is that not tricky and dangerous to use someone that has not proven himself enough against Benin Republic that you know that are going to put pressure?
It was more tricky and dangerous. And of course, what other time did you use the other time? When Sani Wabali was brought in to come and start in the AFCON in a major tournament.
Okay.
He has never been in between the sticks for Nigeria before. Okay. He was just brought in all of a sudden by Ose Pesero. He went to South Africa. He saw his game with Chippa United. He just brought him in to come and be the first goalkeeper. When we had Francis Uso, who has been doing it for us.
But yeah,
did you get what I'm trying to say?
Yes,
so
yeah,
saying because he hasn't done it on big stage before, that doesn't mean for you know what? Starting Adebayo Adeleye or Amos Obaso game ahead of Sanogo is going to cause two things. It either boosts their confidence for the rest of it, or it terminates their confidence for the rest of their life. So it's a two something of it's actually a two-sided of a coin. Do you get my point? So it's going to be more difficult for these players because the number one you are trying to come and replace, he has been making some mistakes. Yeah. So the pressure is going to be there that I must not make the mistakes that Nwabali has been making. And of course, it's going to be there that I must surpass what Nwabali has been doing. But you cannot do it in a game. That's what you need to understand. That you cannot surpass what Nwabali has been doing for Nigeria in the past 2 years. You cannot do it in a game against Benin Republic. So you just have to be yourself, play to your best ability, and of course, you try to help the team. That's all. Okay.
àwọn ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ ọlọ́rẹ̀ẹ́sọ̀rẹ̀ wáyé lóru èní mọ́jú. Àwọn ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ náà máa gbéra sọ nínú ìdíje FIFA Club World Cup lágbọn ti UEFA àti agbọn ti Africa. Mọ́ kí n tó ka àwọn yẹn sí yín létí, ẹ jẹ́ n fún yín lésì àwọn ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ ọlọ́rẹ̀ẹ́sọ̀rẹ̀ tó wáyé lóru mọ́jú. Orílẹ̀-èdè Chile fìyà jẹ orílẹ̀-èdè Peru àmì ayò 2-1. Canada fọrùn rọ̀ Australia ló lọ lù wọ́n mọ́lé àmì ayò 1-0. Argentina náà borí orílẹ̀-èdè Venezuela àmì ayò 1-0. USA ńkọ́ USA àti Ecuador àmì ayò kọ̀ọ̀kan ní àwọn gbálápá bíbẹ̀ yẹn. Ó yá àwọn ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ lágbọn ti UEFA World Cup qualifier. Bulgaria máa wà ní 7:45 ní ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ wọn orí orílẹ̀-èdè Turkey. Spain náà máa gbàlejò Georgia 7:45 náà ní. Group F Hungary máa wà ní aago 5 wọ́n máa gbàlejò Armenia. Portugal ńkọ́ 7:45 ní ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ àwọn àti Ireland. Nínú Group I Norway máa gbàlejò Israel aago 5 ìrọ̀lẹ́ ní lónìí. Estonia ńkọ́ 7:45 wọ́n máa gbàlejò orílẹ̀-èdè Italy. Group K bákan náà Latvia àti Andorra aago 2 ọ̀sán ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ yẹn ò ní pẹ́ gbéra sọ. Serbia ní 7:45 wọn náà máa gbàlejò Albania. Bákan náà ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ World Cup qualifier lágbọn ti CONCACAF. Èsì ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ kan wáyé lápá bíbẹ̀ ní Group A El Salvador fọrùn rán lé wọn o. Panama ló lọ́nà wọn mọ́lé àmì ayò 1-0 ní Group B. Bákan náà Curacao fìyà jẹ orílẹ̀-èdè Jamaica àmì ayò 2-0 lágbọn ti Asia ńkọ́ Group A UAE 6:15 ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ wọn kojú orílẹ̀-èdè Oman, nígbà tí ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ láàrin Iraq àti Indonesia 8:30 ní àṣálẹ́ ẹ̀ní nìyẹn. Tó bá di ọ̀la ọjọ́ Sunday ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ máa wáyé nínú ìdíje FIFA Club World Cup lágbọn ti Africa. Orílẹ̀-èdè Burkina Faso láago 8 àṣálẹ́ àwọn máa gbàlejò Ethiopia. Djibouti àti Sierra Leone aago 8 ní ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ náà. Egypt tó ti qualify already àwọn máa gbàlejò Guinea Bissau. Group E Zambia àti orílẹ̀-èdè Niger aago 2 ọ̀sán ọjọ́ Sunday ní Group I Chad àti Central African Republic aago 5 ìrọ̀lẹ́ ní. Ghana ńkọ́ Ghana máa gbàlejò Comoros aago 8 àṣálẹ́. Mali àti Madagascar láago 8 ọjọ́ Sunday nífẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ yẹn. Lágbọn ti UEFA ńkọ́ Group C Scotland àti Belarus aago 5 ní ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ wọn. Denmark 7:45 wọ́n máa gbàlejò orílẹ̀-èdè Greece lápá bíbẹ̀ yẹn. Group G bákan náà Netherlands àti orílẹ̀-èdè Finland àwọn máa kojú ara wọn láago 5. Lithuania àti Poland 7:45 nífẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ wọn. Group H bákan náà San Marino àti Cyprus aago 2 ọ̀sán ní. Romania àti orílẹ̀-èdè Austria 7:45 nífẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ wọn. Ní Group L Faroe Island àti orílẹ̀-èdè Czech àwọn máa kojú ara wọn láago 5. Croatia àti Gibraltar 7:45 nífẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ wọn.
Okay, let's talk about the game that's coming up today in the UEFA. Let's start from Group E, the game between Spain and Georgia. Let me push this to Okwe. Who do you think is going to dominate in this game, Spain and Georgia?
Well, it should be easy for Spain because they've got, the World Cup qualifiers they've been playing so far. It's been an easy ride for them. So I think Georgia should just be maybe like 4 goals is enough for them. Okay. Fine, they have some good players, the likes of Varaskelia, Mikatatsi, Georgia, Mamadashvili, the goalkeeper of Liverpool. So we have some pretty good players, but 4 players cannot play against very bright 11 players.
Ọpẹ́ tá bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè Georgia, a rí nǹkan tí North Macedonia fi ojú orílẹ̀-èdè Belgium rí lánàá. Tá bá sì ń sọ̀rọ̀ Belgium àti North Macedonia, ó jura wọn lọ. Belgium jù wọn lọ lóòótọ́. Spain ju Georgia lọ, but ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ 5 tí Georgia ti gbá sẹ́yìn ẹyọ kan ni wọ́n pàdánù. Orílẹ̀-èdè Turkey ló lọ nà wọ́n mọ́lé, wọ́n sì ta omi kan, wọ́n borí 3. Tá bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ fọ́ọ̀mù wọn ì tí burú jù. Ṣé o rò pé wọ́n lè cause upset fún orílẹ̀-èdè Spain?
Upset náà máa cause ní kinní nù bọ̀ ó kàn lè gbóyè kàn lè má pọ̀ ni. Mo fi pé Spain wọ́n ṣe padà jáwé olúborí, gbóyè lè má pọ̀.
Ọpẹ́ bó ṣe yànnàná rẹ̀ nu tí pépà wọn kan bàjẹ́ nígbà tí North Macedonia ká Belgium.
Ẹ̀yin lè yànnàná rẹ̀ èmi kọ́.
Okay, the one in Group F between Portugal and Ireland. We already know that Ronaldo go. No, why be say they pay when I talk about Ronaldo?
Ronaldo.
But you say you not don't hear Ronaldo na the 4th billionaire in football. Na don't hear.
ṣé yẹn la fẹ́
Me-
jẹ.
No, I just want to talk am. I can't.
You want to talk am?
It-
They don't hear am. People don't hear. I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah, I
they
dey
never hear
talk
am.
am. If they never hear am before, I don't talk am again. You no understand. How why they paying you? I talk about Ronaldo. Oh, they think time right? Calm down.
Lizet
Calm
èlò ló
down.
kàn nínú bílíọ̀nù Ronaldo.
You no concern anybody.
You go
But-
back fair Lizet, you padà
But,
bọ̀
but
kọ́ lójú wájú.
let's take a look at Portugal. Yeah,
Eh.
of course. Okay, let's move. Ronaldo is going to because from the look of it, an interview that I granted recently, Ronaldo no one come out to say yes, it's still
Now
going
you-
to be playing.
Now you go.
But I mean, I feel like there's a particular time you have to leave football. I mean, football does not have to leave you. Leave
The
football.
wise one have said it. Jamie Carragher, leave the football before the football,
Football
leaves
leave you.
The football has left him.
I think I no, football have not left.
No,
Ronaldo
like
yet.
I'm actually just mimicking what
Okay.
Jamie Carragher said.
I also think that I think he wants to complete that 1,000 goals. I think when he cuts the 1,000 goals, there'll not be no goal to look forward to again. Like then he can they try and leave, and
the thing
it's
is,
like
for him to, like,
9:46 or something now. I don't know.
Complete that goal. I don't think it's up to 60 more. It's not up to 60 anymore.
Yeah.
So these are the countries in which you can use like start pad.
Yeah.
Talking about what were they playing against?
Ireland.
So if there's to be like the likes of Luxembourg, North Macedonia, you see the way they always score like 4 goals, 5 goals up. So it just needs to like make sure it starts parts against countries like, but not Northern Ireland. When you ṣe push over, when you ṣe run riro, àwọn náà wọ́n á fọ́ F1 ní tough time, but wọ́n á padà succumb ìyẹn sí nǹkan tí Portugal tó bá padà fi hàn.
Okay, and in Group I, the game between Estonia and Italy. I am with Italy on this one. What do you think?
Italy not supposed to win. Shebi na I think they won for the play.
Estonia.
So Estonia is supposed to be a tough opponent for Italy.
I thought that I'm saying.
Exactly,
I feel
so
like Italy is supposed
It
to
should just
actually
be
win this one.
walk over for them.
Okay, and in Group K, yeah, the one
Maybe
between.
they shall spoil ticket too. Now walk over. I know you can.
Make it and they calm down. The one in Group K between Serbia and Albania by 7:45 p.m. How do you think that's gonna play out?
Albania who?
And Serbia.
Serbia. Well, Serbia should be the one to should be the one to be. They should get the better side of Albania.
So
Serbia.
you think Serbia is going to win that game against Albania?
They have these guys now. Benjamin
Mitrovic.
Šeško. Okay,
Mitrovic.
that one is for forgotten. Yes, Alexander Mitrovic. Yeah.
tá a bá ń sọ̀rọ̀
And they
Albania
have Atletico de Madrid goalkeeper. What's his name? Jan Black.
Okay.
ọ̀pẹ́ tá a bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ Albania nítorí o ti fẹnu tẹ́ńbẹ́lú Albania jẹ́ ń wá ṣàlàyé fún yín pé ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ márùn-ún tí Albania gbá sẹ́yìn wọn ò pàdánù kankan wọ́n ta
Àwọn
àmì
number
méjì
play.
Albania kojú Andorra 3-0 ni ó ti kojú Serbia tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ òdo náà gbá ó kojú Latvia àmì ayò kọ̀ọ̀kan ó lọ lu Gibraltar mọ́lé ó sì borí Latvia tàbá sì ń sọ̀rọ̀ Albania Serbia bákan náà kì í ṣe pé àwọn náà kojú ikọ̀ tó ṣe kan rè wọ́n kojú Austria wọ́n lu Austria àmì ayò 2-0
Wọ́n gbìyànjú
wọ́n
Austria.
kojú Albania òdo wọ́n kojú Andorra 3-0 wọ́n
But
kojú
England-
Latvia
England
ẹyọ
náà
kan
wọ́n ṣá.
sódò England lù wọ́n pẹ̀lú àmì ayò
5
5 sí
Wọ́n
òdo.
pọ̀.
Oh, loud.
Ṣé ti rí àwọn táwọn méjì jọ kojú kò gbé wọn lọ títí bóyá tí Serbia ṣe kojú tí England náà yẹn wọ́n deserve láti jìyà torí England ni so tó bá jẹ́ Albania náà ni England náà fi nǹkan ṣe Albania so lápọ̀lọ̀ tèmi ó máa jẹ́ interesting game but Serbia all the way ẹ lè fi tánátáná sí.
Okay, let's go on a quick break, and when we're back, we're going to talk about the games coming up tomorrow and also the MPFL coming up tomorrow. We'll be back.
ẹ káàbọ̀ padà. Àwọn ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ máa gbéra sọ lọ́la nínú ìdíje Nigerian Premier League. Àmọ́ kí n tó wọnú rẹ̀ lọ, ẹ jẹ́ kí àwọn ti wà ní orí Facebook. Abe Lincoln ó ní but I'm Arsenal, up Arsenal for life. Àwa náà ti mọ̀ pé Arsenal ní
lèmi náà
for
báyìí
life.
kò sọ tẹ̀lé ní.
Abego.
Ọpẹ́ ti rí pé Arsenal ní lọ trophy-less ó yà darapọ̀ mọ́ ikọ̀ Arsenal.
Make una no use your own spoil our own. Make una dey outside.
Don spoil tipẹ́ na. Mo ti gba ṣé mo parọ́ ní tẹ́lẹ̀.
Make we collect our trophy before una come do
I be Arsenal. See, you know, before them bomb me, I don't know where Arsenal jersey. I don't tell you talk.
Oh yeah, Sadiq Yankano, good afternoon. Lizet watching you from Gombe State. I greet you Ashimaro. So Lizet lo Gombe.
University ni pé ní wata wà nínú kulu. Lizet ni kan ni onala kan ni.
Calm down. They will see you too. They will see you too.
Oh yeah, kwa ọ̀gá wa náà gbórí wọlé o. Samuel Adelero ní ẹkú Watkins o. Àwa náà kí Ọlápá bí báyìí. Oh yeah, orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà láwa Nigeria Professional Premier League. Bákan náà ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ máa wáyé tó bá ti di ọ̀la gbogbo ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ aago 4 ìrọ̀lẹ́ ọ̀la ni ọ̀sán ọ̀la ni ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ máa wáyé. Abia Warriors ilé náà wà wọ́n máa kí Academy Warriors pé ẹ káàbọ̀. Kano Pillars ńkọ́ àwọn àti Shooting Star nu aago 4 ní ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀.
Any match of the week.
Match of the week. Oya. Katsina United pẹ̀lú Raymond Star aago 4 ní ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ wọn. Kun Califat àti Eyimba aago 4. Bákan náà Nasarawa United àti Enugu Rangers aago 4 ní ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ wọn náà. Plateau United wọ́n kojú Barau FC. Rivers United ńkọ́ àwọn náà máa gbàlejò Bayelsa United. Warri Wolves FC àti Niger Tornadoes lápá bíbẹ̀ yẹn. Wiki Tourists àti Kwara United máa kojú ara wọn láago 4 ọjọ́ Sunday.
Okay, let's start with the game between Abia Warriors and Academy Warriors. Now, is a Warriors derby, in my opinion. And one of their players, Wisin Eluwa, stated that they are focused on securing the maximum point tomorrow. Remember that they lost their last game. They actually lost to Enugu Rangers, in Enugu, and they dropped to fourth position on the league table with 12 points, after 7 games. And this particular game, they are yet to say that, okay, they've put that Enugu Rangers game behind them. They are focused now on the game between them and Academy Warriors. Now, Abia Warriors, who are doing quite well, like I feel like they've been doing very, very well, since this season started. Now, compared to play with Academy Warriors, how do you think the game is going to be like?
Just like Lizet rightly said, it's a fight between the Warriors, but let's see which Warrior is the better
warrior.
One. Well, I think it's going to be more difficult for Abia Warriors because they lost their last game to Enugu Rangers. And for Academy Warriors, they've actually been good, but Abia Warriors, they're in a better position talking about the league table, but MPFL, you don't check the position, you check points.
Yeah.
Because I remember Shooting Stars, they were once 19, like some weeks ago, and now they are now number 6. So we don't check position on the MPFL table. It's the only league that you don't check position, you check points. Because number 1 say if you relegate, Lobby Stars were number 1 for some weeks.
MPFL is a very
it's tricky, it's funny. Like, I love how funny and competitive it is. So I think for Academy Warriors, they cannot defeat Imama Amakpakabu boys, talking about Abia Warriors, but I think they can pick up a point. So I think the best result Academy Warriors can get against Abia Warriors is a point. Okay,
now the game between Kano Pillars and Shooting Stars, in Okpet's voice, the game of the
it's not. It is the fact they have 5 FPFL titles. We also have 5.
Do you think that Shooting Stars that have woken up finally? Do you think they can continue? I'm just using that finally because I don't think
started to wake
up. I don't think their streak has been more than 3
games.
Yes, so I can't just say they've woken up. I would like it to have been like 5-6 streak, unbeaten.
Then get better streak past Manchester United.
Shade.
But no be where we go with that.
Tana, not hear that one.
Even if you know, even if you hear waiting
want talk. Talk.
Liverpool lose back to back.
Okay. Position when Liverpool won Liverpool make Liverpool lose 3 matches, then go see the
sọ̀rọ̀ position.
Ẹ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. You want to carry to trophy.
Sọ̀rọ̀ position.
Wetin you want talk?
Bọ́n ṣe borí sí là ń sọ. Tí sọ̀rọ̀ table.
See, Man United, when they play that game with Arsenal, they use every time they were losing, they will go back to the Arsenal game. I shall try.
I performed.
Performance without result. Performance without point. You don't understand. Now,
in the next 15 years,
I tire.
the history will not write it. They performed.
Now
they lost.
You don't go to the game with Chelsea before they win with Sunderland. They don't
mind
use
them.
that one. Say Ashano, you people.
Arrest.
Thank you.
So,
má jẹ́ yí pinnu padà o. Má jẹ́ sọ pé Arsenal máa lọ trophy-less inside.
It's okay, I beg. Make una no use sand enter Hungary. I beg. Quick Man United dey one day. Wey Arsenal dey one day.
Actually, it dey full of sand before, but away from that,
where you dey?
So where I dey be Shooting Stars against Kano Pillars at the Sani Abacha Stadium. Before Kano Pillars played the game they played during the week against Kwara United, they were number 20. No, they were on number 19. Having played, I think they had 2 points.
Going through it.
So they are going through it, even with the likes of Ahmed Musa, Rabi Ali, and all of them. They had 2 points, but due to the fact that they won that game, so they are now number 16. So they won the game against Kwara United by a long goal, courtesy of Rabi Ali. So now they are not in a good position. Talking about Kano Pillars, but they are getting back the momentum, because for a club that won the last match, it's going to the story that they won their last match. Talking about Shooting Stars and what was it called, and Kano Pillars. So it's going to be an interesting game at the Sani Abacha Stadium, because unarguably it's actually the match of the week, because it's 2 big teams facing off against at the Sani Abacha Stadium. So it's going to be difficult. Shooting Stars, I think they are the better side going into this game, because the last 3 games, let's pick from the last 5 games, they won 3.
Yeah.
Compared to Kano Pillars, so they haven't picked up 3 victories in this season. So it's going to be a very, very difficult one for Kano Pillars. But I think with the support of their fans in the stadium, because Sani Abacha Stadium is not a stadium you just go to and just say you want to pick up maximum points. It's not done. They have to put in extra work, like double, triple your work. In fact, double everything. Just make sure your work is not just the work you just do once and say, okay, you won't just want to go there and just pick up points. So for Shooting Stars, we have everything it takes, because they've arrived at the Sani Abacha Stadium. They are getting to start their training. So I think the thing is that Kano Pillars, if they should pick up victory against Shooting Stars, they are going to get back their form instantly. Because for them to pick up against Kwara United at the Sani Abacha, they played it at home, so they are still going to be playing. That means they are playing 2 consecutive games at home. So that means the support of their fans, they've rested. Unlike Shooting Stars, who just traveled, they spend days on the road. They get my point. They spend days on the road, and the person they are going to play with, they have been at home for like throughout this week. They play Kwara United at their stadium. So I think it's going to be difficult for Shooting Stars, but if they are concentrated, if they are determined, they have everything it takes to pick maximum point against Kano Pillars.
Because we check the
tabawo bí Shooting Stars ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ sáà yìí, ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ wọn tí wọ́n gbá kojú Ìkòròdú City ńlé àmì ayò kọ̀ọ̀kan ni wọ́n gbá. Wọ́n lọ Rivers United, wọ́n pàdánù pẹ̀lú àmì ayò kan. Tá bá wo performance Shooting Stars ní gbogbo ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ tán ti pàdánù àbí tán ti ta omi, a máa rí pé kò ń ṣe pé bí àwọn ò ṣe dáadáa, but ó dàbí ẹni pé bí ó kàn máa ń bọ́ sí pé bí wọn ò ní luck, àbí bí agbọ́wọ́ wájú ò ṣe àmúlò àǹfààní tí ó ní.
Àbáwọn defender ṣe mistake.
But lẹ́yìn ìgbà yẹn wọ́n ti gbá ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ 3, wọ́n lọ àwé kan, wọ́n lọ Warri Wo, wọ́n lọ borí pẹ̀lú àmì ayò 2-1. Tá bá wo ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ tán gbá kojú ikọ̀ Plateau, ká ní tẹ́lẹ̀ ni òdòdó náà máa gbá lọ. A máa rí pé passion yẹn yẹn pẹ̀lú support àwọn fans ó wà ń bẹ, kí nìyẹn ṣiṣẹ́ fún ikọ̀ Shooting Star pẹ̀lú fọ́ọ̀mù tí wọ́n ní. Wọ́n ti gbá 3, wọ́n sì borí 3. Ṣé o rò pé yóò rọrùn fún ikọ̀ Kano Pillars nígbà tí Shooting Star bá bẹ̀ sí ń kó bò wọ́n lọ́la?
Kò ní rọrùn fún wọn, kódà tí kó bò wọ́n gan máa le, because ilé náà wà, bọ̀ Nigeria League theatre ìwọ tó wà lé gan ó lè jìyà, ìwọ tó wà lókè ìta ó lè lọ jáwé olúborí, ìwọ tẹ́kọ̀ òkèta ló wà ó lè jáwé olúborí. So lápò ọ̀dọ̀ tèmi Shooting Stars àwọn ni better side going into this game. Àwọn tí mo wò ní pé Kano Pillars wọ́n fẹ́ prove pé history tó wà láàrin club méjèèjì, because àwọn ní NPFL 5, àwọn náà ní 5, àwọn kan ní FA Cup jù wọ́n lọ, interview jù wọ́n lọ, jù báyìí náà lọ. So àtàwọn kankan àtún ní fans wọn pọ̀ ẹ̀wọ̀ olùkàn báyìí.
And also if you check Kano Pillars, the last 5 games, the only 2 games that they've lost was the game they played away. There are 3 games they won twice, and and they drawed 1. So I feel like it's also an advantage for them against what's it called? Against the fatigue of Shooting Stars, traveling all that way to Kano Pillars. So it's an assured. Okay, we know that Shooting Stars is a better team, but looking at all these factors, is it not going to be a big advantage for Shooting Stars?
Well, I remember last season. Under Gbengo Gumbote, they traveled by road. They had difficulties on the road. Their bus got spoiled and they went to Kano Pillars. They pick up maximum point. It was
Okay.
just a long goal. So I think they've done it before. They did it last season. So they can still do it
Again.
if they are focused and determined. So and I think maybe probably they need to get some incentives. Probably incentives is going to like motivate them.
Yeah.
Okay, we should pick up maximum point against Kano players. Each player should be getting 50,000 like a bonus aside the match allowance and everything that you normally get. You give it so amount. And I think with the new chairman, he actually been spending on the club, and of course the executive governor of Oyo State, His Excellency Sheyi Abiodun Makinde. So they've doing a lot for Shooting Stars.
Yeah.
So I think this is part of the time for Shooting Stars. If you don't want to go to Continental next season, you make sure you pick up maximum points in your own stadium, then go to away, pick up points, probably a point or 3 points. So for Shooting Stars, they can do everything possible, and I think Shooting Stars, they are going to defeat Kano Pillars.
Okay, now the game between Castina United and Raymond Stars, how do you think that's going to play out? Castina United, Raymond Stars is right now number, I think 10 on the table, but they've not played their last match.
That means they're just a game.
They're just a game, less. So how do you think that's going to be for?
Is it going to be played Ikene or Abiyokuta away?
It's an away game for Raymond Stars.
Away game, I think for Katsina United, well, they are actually been performing not so bad this season.
They are number 11.
They're not so bad. As I said, don't look at the position, look at the points.
Look at the points.
Look at the points. How many points do you have?
Castina United with 9 points, Raymond Stars with 10 points.
So do you now see the difference now? So I think it's going to be difficult for Raymond Stars, but I think it is very much possible for them to pick up an away victory. Not forgetting they want to defend the title they won, or they are forgetting this is MPFL. You do not really see club defending it. That time it happened was probably 2012-2013 that Kano Pillars they won it 3 times in a row. So that's for Kano Pillars, and it's over a decade now. So it's going to be like very, very difficult for you to say you want to defend the title you won in the MPFL. We've had Enyimba, Rivers United, Raymond Stars in the past 3-4 years, Enugu Rangers in the past 4 years. So this time around, I think Raymond Stars, they are not doing enough to defend the title.
Okay.
With the way they've started and the way they are going, not forgetting they are saying the CAF Champions League. So
I think I agree.
So it's going to be difficult for them to defend it. I would love Rivers United to pick it up or Shooting Stars this season.
Okay, I think I actually agree with that. With Rivers United.
Yes, anyway. Rivers United they've been the best. Like in my own opinion, they are going to pick it up this season.
You don't see Nassau United, who is at the top right now, winning it.
They are living fake life. Sincerely speaking, I fake life they live.
Don't you think that's an advantage for them? Because till now, how can you be top of the table and people are still looking down on you? Don't you think they are going to be like the underdog? Being the top of table and an underdog is an advantage in my own opinion.
Well, it depends on the kind of dog that they under you. That they under you. I mean, if it's like all this kind of come and just they play. But I think for Nassau United, they not forgetting their player won the high goal score last season, and the guys only scored 1 goal this season. That shows like probably they've seen better players. I read recently, I think that was yesterday, the coach or the manager, they're saying they're not going to be using him as a striker. They are going to be moving him out of his position. That means they no longer feel him again. Yeah. Maybe his work don't end like that. Maybe just find another club to go. But don't forget he's been struggling with injuries too. I think that's why United, as I said earlier, and I feel like then they leave, then we'll still come on that place. Lobby Stars did more than that 2 seasons ago. They later relegate. A lot of clubs they always start MPFL number 1, number 2 for 10 weeks. Then go later relegate. So if they're not careful, then still relegate. Sessions start today. They are now in the NLL.
Talking about Nassau United, they will play with Enugu Rangers. How do you think that's going to be?
Rangers, I think they are number 2nd. They are 2nd on the logo.
Enugu Rangers.
Probably they are 2nd or 3rd.
Enugu Rangers is number 5 on the table.
Number 5. Well, let's see how it ends.
The one from okay. Well, who do you think is going to?
I think a draw.
A draw.
I think a draw would do.
Okay, now the game between Kun Kalifat and Enyimba. How do you think that's going to play out also?
Enyimba International of Aba and Rivers United, they remain the only 2 teams who are yet to taste a defeat in this MPFL. And Enyimba will play against Kun Kalifat. Kun Kalifat, they are one of the babies of the MPFL because but they've been getting support from their management, morning, everything and all of that. But I think Enyimba under Sandy Eguma, they want to win MPFL title again this season. So I think it's going to be difficult for Kun Kalifat. So I think Enyimba International of Aba all the way.
Okay, and now the game also between Plateau United and Barao. How do you think that's gonna be?
Barao,
I see them being relegated, to be honest.
Against Plateau United.
Plateau United.
Plateau United lost their last game against Shooting Stars.
Yeah.
So Barao FC, they also lost their last game against Kun Kalifat. I think it was 3-1. They scored first and they actually conceded 3 later on. So I think for Barao FC,
They're going to lose again. In my opinion.
They will relegate.
I think so.
I feel so.
It's too early.
I even know so.
I
know so because they will relegate.
Okay, Rivers United FC and Bayelsa United. How's that going to play out?
Rivers United
and Bayelsa United.
Bayelsa United, they were once on top of the league. Looking at it, they're already getting down. They're already
getting down.
They also live fake life when
they are 14.
They even came to Ibadan to be Shooting Stars. Like the spoiler, we are having some. I think about 30 matches or 29 matches. We haven't lost at home. They just came. They gave us that one goal and they ran away. See, since then, their life no balance again. So I don't talk and say we be Shooting Stars for hours. Something go do you. So for Bayelsa United, they started living fake life, but now they are going back to their normal position. So Rivers United will surely give them maybe some goals.
Warriors FC and Niger Tornadoes.
Warriors
they do well too. They try you. And funny thing is, Niger Tornadoes is number 8 with 10 points. Warriors FC number 9 also with 10 points. So it's aura for aura game.
Well, it depends on who has steals. They both have aura. So let's see who can maintain steals with the aura.
Now, Wiki Tories and Kwara United, the last game. How is that going to be?
Wiki Tories and
Kwara United.
Kwara United, after their elimination from the continental football, talking about
and their coach,
Tunde Sone,
their coach that was
sacked.
Yes,
was sacked. I remember that interview. I don't know if you saw it. So I think for Kwara United, they are not in a good form. Not forgetting they lost their last game against Kano Pillars. It was this week. I think it was on Tuesday or Wednesday that the match was played. So Kwara United, the new coach is going to try to please the management. That give me this job, I can do it. Why also some players also try to please the coach that I beg me. I know they get starting shit under the past manager. I want to start getting my place back. But I think it's going to be an interesting one. But I think Kwara United, they are likely to win.
And on the world of tennis this afternoon, before we go back to transfer update in football, yes, I don't tire for Djokovic. I'm not even waiting to talk again. I was rooting for him. I've seen her come out. I say, okay, this time around, Djokovic will collect his 25. At least he chase that 25 Grand Slam. 24 Grand Slam is not okay for him. And he has gone through a lot in this past years, trying to get, and I thought this time it was going to be for him. But now, Novak Djokovic has suffered a shock defeat by Monegasque qualifier Valentin Varot in the semi-finals of the Shanghai Masters. Now, Vakaroko is ranked 204th in the world. Recorded, it always pay me
if person with the low ranked
can't beat you, it go pay you past normal. Because if Yannick beat you, it's justified.
The person with the same
yes, it's justified. Like Akaras go beat you, go no say now person beat me. Out 204th person in the world.
And that was going to be like achievement of his life.
You understand? We can record 6-3, 6-4 victory to become the lowest ranked ATP Masters 1000 finalist in history. I don't know what to say about
finalist.
I'm telling you.
Lost the semi-final. Like if you had just been in the final, I could have actually won it.
Should we say that injury has been the problem for Djokovic, or
I think injury and loss of concentration?
Because his last match, he actually vomited during the match, and I see a lot of what is called tennis players. They are even like the quickest when they are going through something like this. They will just take time off.
Yes, because tennis deals with like mental too. Because imagine spending hours on the court and you just like towards the end and you just start to vomit. Do you know how painful? Like you've spent hours just like towards the ending, then and something just came up to like to distract you. So I think they get easily distracted, plus injuries and all of that. So if you have injury in tennis, you just have to like rest, like make sure you rest, because if you do not rest, it's going to affect you. It's going to affect you mentally. In very crucial moment. You get my point. So Djokovic can just rest a little. It's my goat.
I need it. It's a goat. It's not my goat, but
you get another goat.
My own goat na Sena anyways, and
Sena will just start. Sena will just
start. I beg. She Akara's not just starting. Akara's not just starting.
No, but Djokovic na Jababa.
I no care.
He's on the same level with them. Federer.
I also feel like
and this other person.
I also feel like British, tennis players are overrated. But let's leave that.
For person who get 24 Grand Slam, you know, fear God. Oh yeah, now.
I actually feel that they're overrated.
So now your Italian and it's now you know can
You
overrated.
dey play.
When it starts.
You
ọpẹ́ má jẹ́ ó yà ọ́ lẹ́nu nígbà tó ti mú èèyàn tí ó gba World Cup ṣe goal tiẹ̀. So kí ló expect.
So àwọn ewúrẹ́ yòókù tí wọ́n mú náà.
I don't get a reply. Raymond, I don't get a reply for you.
Ẹni tó gba World Cup wà nílẹ̀
ẹ tó wà
ó
fi ṣe goat. In fact ṣẹ́ni ó bẹ́tà kéèyàn fi Dembele kan ṣe goat gan. Sorry, ó gba World Cup.
Ó gba World Cup.
Ó gba Champions League. Ó tún ní Ballon d'Or.
Èèyàn kan tí wọ́n ń sáré kiri lórílẹ̀‐èdè Saudi.
This one I can't dey do. This bully no come dey work on me.
No be bully. Ta ló bully you?
Reality ni ṣé bully ni.
See run forever. See run forever. And Yannick Sinner forever.
See run ṣé rọ́ọ̀bù kan ní jẹ́ báwọn ni.
Make we talk about your goat, Okpe. Your goat again don suffer another defeat back to back. I don come tire for your goat. I dey pray for your goat too. Make you know, say I care. I won't make it reach this 25. Make go rest. Like he don't do.
He can rest anytime. Nothing concern.
Person wasted the chase am. He no go rest. You see this injury, he go still come back. Maybe bet. He go still come back.
And when I don't go reach 1,000 goal. Now waiting 1 year.
Like he go reach am. Now 946 he don't reach like this.
You see me say I won't make Ronaldo reach
me
because
too. I want me rest too. I'm genuinely tired of these players that I've seen back to back over these years. I want new players like Ronaldo. Please rest.
Exactly.
Yeah, Djokovic, please rest. Messi, please rest. LeBron James, please rest. We don't tire to see
Messi now. Rest already.
Yeah, I don't tire to see them.
He never tire.
I never tire to see Messi.
He never tire to.
Because he does more than scoring goals.
What does he do?
Unlike the, you know,
what does he do? What does he do?
Yeah,
person they talk and say this Ballon d'Or.
Tana
person they talk and say if na this Ballon d'Or where Ronaldo get all those goals, when na Messi get them, they for don't enlist them in the Ballon d'Or list. Yes or yes. Yes or yes.
Carry Makai go enlist.
I go join them. Well, congratulations to Valentin. You know, he has reached his first master final, courtesy of Okwe's goat Djokovic, who lost to him again. And you know, he rose to the top 100 for the first time. You know, by defeating Oloyade in the quarterfinals, and also now has climbed 146 spots now to number 58 in the life ranking as a result of his run. Congratulations to Baccarat Valentin.
When you beat the goat, you go.
Baby, yeah, what? Baby, yeah, what? And of course, still on tennis, now in the women's side, French Open champion Coco Gauff has put in a stuttering performance but secured victory over Jasmine Paolini to reach the final of the Wuhan Open. I feel like when it comes to the women's side, it's more competitive than the male side. You know,
we have Zabalenka, we have Williams.
Zabalenka is number one anyway.
Yeah, of course. And she deserves
but
it.
even to then, I mean, we saw in the French Open, Coco Gauff actually defeated her.
We have Mandikis, we have Madison. Like all of them, they're all good.
Doing quite well now. Coco Gauff, she beat the 17th from Italy, 6-4, 6-3 in a match featuring.
I kind of have a crush on Coco Gauff, like you know, the American. You know,
she's good. She's quite good. But I feel like
she's cute. No, she's not just good. She's also cute. Like.
I also feel like she's a little bit also like Sabalenka. Like they want to win so bad, and I feel like they get
she's a bad loser.
Too distracted. No, Sabalenka is a sore loser. Coco Gauff is not a sore loser.
Okay.
She lost to what's the name of this girl?
I've actually forgotten. The last Grand Slam, right?
Yeah.
I've forgotten too.
I've forgotten her name.
I will remember.
Naomi Osaka. She lost to her, and it was very fair. Like you don't understand. The last time she played Naomi defeated her, and she didn't come out and say, "Oh, Sabalenka is a sole loser." I already know that one. But I mean, I feel like when it comes to Coco Gauff and people that are top seeded, is also a distraction for them because they always want to win. And it's more of like a distraction to them. But congratulations to her. Yeah, she has reached the final of the One Open. I hope this, she will face either world number one Anna Sabalenka or Jessica Pegula in the final. I hope it's another Anna Sabalenka and Coco Gauff again in the final. I want to see how that's going to play out. The last time it played out, it was French Open.
I would love to see, and I'll be rooting out for my cross. So talking about Coco Gauff,
I'll also be looking at Coco Gauff because I mean I love Anna Sabalenka, but
she won her first Grand Slam I think about 2 years ago. I've been a big fan.
Okay.
ó yá láti ọ̀dọ̀ Coco Gauff wọnú ètò káràkátà lọ mo gbéra tán dínú ikọ̀ Tottenham tí ń fi ìfẹ́ hàn sí agbọ́wọ́ wájú ikọ̀ Brentford 23 years old Kevin Shade ní apá bíbẹ̀. Crystal Palace náà kọ́ Mark Guehi ti sọ̀rọ̀ ó ní ikọ̀ Liverpool ẹ má lọ sùn gbẹ̀ngbẹ̀ṣẹ́ mọ̀ pé Ibrahim Konate ti ń ṣe bákan sí ikọ̀ Real Madrid ó ṣeéṣe kí Liverpool padà lọ fún agbọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yìn ikọ̀ Crystal Palace Mark Guehi ní apá bíbẹ̀ yẹn. Liverpool bákan náà àwọn náà ti fìfẹ́ hàn sí agbọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yìn ikọ̀ Bayern Munich àmọ́ sí Dayot Upamecano nígbà tí Crystal Palace ti ń fi agídí hàn sí ikọ̀ Liverpool lérí Mark Guehi. Ọpẹ́ tá a bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ Mark Guehi ó láǹfààní láti darapọ̀ mọ́ ikọ̀ Liverpool ní transfer window tí ó ṣe parí ní summer àmọ́ rà pé akọ́nimọ̀ọ́gbá ikọ̀ Crystal Palace wà lára àwọn tí kò jẹ́ kí ìdádúró wà nínú transfer yẹn àmọ́ nísìnyí Liverpool ti wá ń wò ó pé tí kò bá sí àǹfààní fáwọn láti gbé Mark Guehi pé Dayot Upamecano làwọn máa lọ fún Dayot Upamecano àbí Mark Guehi fún ikọ̀ Liverpool.
I prefer Mark Guehi torí Dayot Upamecano ti ń dàgbà díẹ̀díẹ̀ káyọ̀ pé Guehi sì ó ti wà ní ilẹ̀ Gẹ̀ẹ́sì ó understand the English football Premier League a lè fi compare ní ẹ pé ó ṣe ń bọ̀ láti German Bundesliga so lápò tèmi mo lè prefer pé kí Liverpool kan lọ fún Mark Guehi ju kí wọ́n lọ fún Dayot Upamecano lọ.
ó yá bákan náà Juventus náà ti gbéra sọ ó dínú ikọ̀ AC Milan wọ́n láwọn fẹ́ gbé aṣọ́lé ikọ̀ AC Milan Maignan 30 years ní ikọ̀ Bayern Munich àti ikọ̀ Chelsea náà àwọn náà ń gbìyànjú láti gbé aṣọ́lé bákan náà Levante ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Cameroon ti ń gbá owó àárín fún ikọ̀ Levante Eta Enyong 21 years ó ní ikọ̀ Barcelona ló máa darapọ̀ mọ́ ikọ̀ Manchester United gbójú bẹ́ẹ̀ èmi ò wá sínú ikọ̀ yín o Bayern Munich bákan náà àwọn náà ti fìfẹ́ hàn sí agbọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yìn ikọ̀ Nottingham Forest Murilo 23 years old ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Brazil ni ọpẹ́ Bayern Munich tó ń fìfẹ́ hàn sí Murilo kí ló rò pé ó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ tí Bayern Munich bá gbé Murilo má gbàgbé pé Nottingham Forest epo òkè bí epo nínú ikọ̀ wọn ó sì ṣeéṣe ní January transfer window kí agbọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yìn kó báàgì rẹ̀ kó kúrò nínú ikọ̀ Nottingham Forest.
fún ikọ̀ tí Bayern Munich mo fi ìgbẹ́ tán máa lè rí Murilo gbé good addition ló máa jẹ́ fún wọn torí pé agbọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yìn mú tiẹ̀ fi ìpè yẹ kúkúrò nínú òkè nígbà season fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ torí ó ṣe dáadáa ní season méjì sẹ́yìn sí arákùnrin ó ti wà very very solid ìyẹn fún ikọ̀ tí Nottingham Forest so bó ti ṣe wá rí mi nínú ikọ̀ Nottingham Forest ni ó yà mí lọ torí pé mi ò rí pé káwọn big teams kí wọ́n wá fún àdéhùn tí ọkọ̀ wá fún tẹ́lẹ̀ bọ̀ wọ́n tún padà juwọ́ ńgbà tó ti rí Dean Wilson gbé láti inú kọ́ ti Bournemouth fún Bayern Munich padà rí Murilo gbé Brazilian player jẹ́ kó ó mọ̀ nípa defence gidi ní so lápò tèmi ó máa jẹ́ good addition fún Bayern Munich.
Okay, and a quick one, yes, before we take our leave this afternoon is in the basketball in the women's side. Yes, the Las Vegas Aces are the 2025 WNBA champions, and this marked the Aces' third title in 4 seasons. Now, what is more interesting about it is the fact that Aja Wilson is, the final MVP of the season, starting from 2025 league MVP to the final MVP, average 28.5 points, 11.8 rebounds, 2 blocks, and 4 assists against the Mercury, and is named the final MVP for the second time in her career. Now, people are saying that she's the LeBron James of this season.
Well, she deserves to be called
Aja
LeBron
Wilson,
James.
I mean,
the NBA regular season is about to start because the preseason is ongoing. So hopefully the regular season starts and Boston Celtics can win some trophies for me.
Okay, just of course Steph Curry.
Okay,
let's take our about this afternoon, Okwe.
As I don't listen to us today, shall be well with you now from my name is Okwe made the picking of the go catch up later on Monday by 7:30 alongside Lizet and Saturday. Bye for now.
ẹ̀yin tí wá ṣètẹ́ ti gbọ́ wa ní ọ̀sán tèmi a tún máa wá ní ọjọ́ Monday lórí ètò Sport Assembly ẹ pàdé Sam Adelere ní aago 6 ìrọ̀lẹ́ orúkọ tèmi ò yípadà Raymond.
And thank you for listening to us. My name is Lizet Femi Oloyade. We're on the Sport Baby. Have a wonderful day.